I'll try to keep track.
I'm just waiting to hear that we're live, guys, and then we'll start.
Thumbs up.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are live at the 2023 Beep Baseball All-Star Showcase, presented by Tappy Sports and Beep Ball Nation, sponsored by Mind's Eye Radio, Sports Vision 2020, the St. Louis Lighthouse for the Blind, Hannigan Realty, and individual sponsors. We are in San Antonio, Texas at the Star Complex for the 2023 All-Star Showcase. I'm David Benny. I'll be doing color commentary for the evening. I'll be joined in a moment by Mind's Eye CEO and President Jason Frazier, who will be on the call of the game. In a moment, we will be doing player and volunteer and sponsor introductions, our national anthem, and then the first of 3 showcase games featuring 27 of the best players from around the country and the NBBA. So in a moment, I will be taking over public address responsibilities, and we will get the show on the road. There will be 1 game this evening, and then there will be the first round of the Home Run Derby competition to follow. And then tomorrow we'll get going with 2 more games in the finale of the Home Run Derby. So without further ado, let me bring in my partner, Jason Frazier. And Jason, take it away.
Thank you, DB. Well, always a pleasure to be calling the action with you here again in San Antonio, Texas. I know for us up north, this is wonderful weather for us up here with 60 degrees going into this nighttime game. The blue team, red team both getting their final warm-ups, and we'll get player introductions here shortly. So I'll just give you a little background here on the jersey so you can kind of get the understanding. For the red, both jerseys, the red and blue both have All-Star across the front. Red line under net that says San Antonio 2023. And the sponsor logos in the right sleeve is Sports Vision 2020. Tappy and Mind's Eye also located in the jerseys too as well. But the star on the top back portion of the jersey, the red team's jersey has a blue star, blue team's jersey has a red star. So we're getting ready here shortly, getting a little bit more warm-ups. I see Fonzie down there pitching, getting some warm-up tosses. And Booker's getting his lineup turned in. We'll be ready to go here soon, DB.
Yes, we will. And as you said, it's a beautiful night in San Antonio here. We were here last year. It was decent last year, but it's a few degrees warmer this year than it was last year. Again, we have 27 players who were able to make it out, split into 2 teams, Team Red and Team Blue. And Team Red has 14 players, Team Blue has 13 players, and as we're going to introduce here in a moment, the starting pitchers for tonight's game and for the all of the showcase games. For Team Blue, Jared Woodard, he's back. He was with Team Red last year, and he is 3-0 in his All-Star Showcase career. Although all 3 games last year were ultra competitive, and pitching for Team Red from the Bayou City Heat, Fonzie Medrano in his first All-Star Showcase. So, Jason, I mean, especially on fields that are conducive for scoring, and with the type of athletes and pitchers that we have, I expect you're probably going to see a lot of offense and a lot of fireworks here in this showcase.
Yeah, if you run the Vegas line, I would say if you're going over 75, I would pick the over in these contests today. I know last year again it was 38-37, I believe, the final game. You have 2 of the best pitchers, like you mentioned, Fonzie. World Series contact rate was around 90%. Jared Woodard at 92%. So, you know, they're going to hit a lot of bats, and you have the best players from across the sport. So, yeah, I expect a lot of firepower, even though you have some great defensive players out here as well.
These are the best of the best. These are the best that the sport has to offer. They were selected by a committee of basically their peers, and have made it here this weekend for this competition. Some of the names that you're going to hear, if you were on hand last year for the event, some of them are returnees, many of them are newcomers. And so we got a good mix of offense, defense, power, and speed, and all the things that it takes to be successful. And again, particularly on the offensive side, I remember last year we had one game that was played in the 30s, and we had another game that was played in the 20s, and then the high teens, I think, for the third one. So expect to see something similar again this year. And so if you excuse me, I'm going to take over PA responsibilities real quick, and we will get the formalities out of the way and get this game going on.
Players and field volunteers, if you could please report to your respective sidelines for introductions.
And again, while we have a moment, let's recognize a few of our sponsors. Jason Frazier, of course, you're the CEO and president of Mind's Eye Radio, Adaptive Athletics, and Audio Description now.
Yeah, no, we're always a pleasure to be involved in this game and support the athletes that participate. Always one of the things we look forward to. Like I said, last year was a great time in San Antonio. Couldn't wait to get back. And I know we talked about so many different players getting their first time experience here. So many players getting 2 times in a row. So we will do whatever we can to support the athletes that participate in this game.
And you've got some of your local partners involved this year as well, Jason.
Yeah, definitely with Andy Hannigan Team Realty. Andy's been a long-time sponsor and board member for Mind's Eye. Definitely one of the key contributors for our organization. He's happy to support as well.
And of course the Lighthouse of St. Louis as well. The St. Louis Lighthouse involved with this event as always. And of course you all are hosting the next 2 World Series of Beat Baseball in 2024 and 2025 in St. Charles.
Can't wait to welcome the league to the house.
All right, here we go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2023 Beat Baseball All-Star Showcase, presented by Tappy Sports and Beat Ball Nation, sponsored by Mind's Eye Radio, the St. Louis Lighthouse, Andy Hannigan and Hannigan Realty, Sports Vision 2020, and individual sponsors. First, let's meet tonight's participants. For Team Red, your field volunteers. Catcher, number 20 from the Bayou City Heat, L.J. Rodriguez. Field spotter, from the Indy Edge, number 19, Lisa Gilchrist. Spotter, number 17, from the Indy Edge, Mike Beatty. Your starting pitcher for Team Red from the Bayou City Heat, number 16, Fonzie Madrano. And the head coach from the New Jersey Titans, Nestor Gonzalez. And now your Team Red All-Star players. From the 2023 Bayou City Heat, now a member of the San Antonio Jets, number 5, Tanner Gears. Representing Sirens Beat Ball, number 14, Caitlin Overshiner. From the Gateway Archers, number 4, Mark Morris. From the Indy Edge, number 1, Eric Rodriguez. From the San Antonio Jets, number 2, Zach Arambula. From the BSO Philly Fire, number 7, Justin Rhines. From the Gateway Archers, number 8, Kyle Bora. From the Chicago Comets, number 10, Dustin Youngren. Also from the Chicago Comets, number 11, Rich Schultz. From the New Jersey Titans, number 12, Randy George. From the Gateway Archers, number 9, Ethan Johnston. From the Tyler Tigers, number 13, Ron Jordan. From the San Antonio Jets, number 5, Axel Cox. And from the Oklahoma Lookouts, number 15, Aaron Higbee. Ladies and gentlemen, your Team Red All-Stars. And now, let's meet the All-Star participants from Team Blue. Field spotter. Field spotter from the San Antonio Jets, number 19, Rose Garcia. Field spotter from the Austin Blackhawks, number 18, Molly Fleming. Your starting pitcher for tonight's game, from the Indy Thunder, number 16, Jared Woodard. And his catcher and your head coach for Team Blue, from the Indy Thunder, Darnell Booker. And now the players. From the BSO Philly Fire, number 6, Tyler Rodriguez. Also from the BSO Philly Fire, number 3, Casey Kraus. From the Austin Blackhawks, number 10, Darius Sterling. From the Indy Thunder, number 6, Gerald Dykes. Also from the Indy Thunder, number 3, Cody Jefferies. From the Gateway Archers, number 7, Ricky Castaneda. From the Indy Edge, number 12, Brandon Chesser. From the Gateway Archers, number 8, Justin Holland. From the from the Gateway Archers, number 1, David Smith. From the BSO Philly Fires, number 17, John Margist. From the 2023 Bayou City Heat, number 11, Joe Fleeks. From the Atlanta Chaos, number 14, Dontre Hunt. And from the Oklahoma Lookouts, number 13, Mark Ivy. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2023 All-Star participants. Last but not least, let's meet tonight's game officials. Introducing your official scorekeeper, Katie Mathena. Your umpire in charge of tonight's game, the head umpire of the National Beat Baseball Association, Jason Price. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would please rise as you are able or remain standing and remove your caps. Let us stand as one nation and one people for the singing of our national anthem. Here to perform tonight's Star Spangled Banner and lead us in song, 2023 All-Star player and Chicago Comet, Dustin Youngren.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early lights what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that our star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Ladies and gentlemen, let's play ball!
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
So that's going to wrap up the pregame festivities with a great rendition of the national anthem by Chicago Comets' Dustin Youngren. As the captains now meet at the plate, you have for the blue team, David Smith, Dave Sterling. For the red team, Zach Rambla, Eric Rodriguez. We'll have the honorary coin toss here with Jason Price standing right in front of home plate.
Do we have batting orders for the starting lineups for this game?
I believe they're on the spreadsheet, but I think we're still waiting to get some. I think Katie may have some, but we'll see if I can get those from her here shortly. See the coin toss. I guess the red team is going to call it here. Coin is flipped. It's heads. Red team is going to slip. Red is going to be the home team tonight. So the first coin toss, TV, landed straight on its head. Like it landed on the edge. So we had to flip the coin over. And we did not get a... So we had to take two coin tosses to get an official result. Red team is home. See if we can get a lineup here shortly.
So at least the early advantage. Usually at the outset you want to be the team with the last at-bats, and that'll be Fonzie Madrano and his team. But Jared's team, Team Blue, gets a chance to jump on them early, as they say.
Get a pretty good... I said that's the danger of this game when you have two good pitchers like you have. you know what your true advantage is because you got the guy who can put the early lead out and put the pressure on the guy who is the home team. Like you said, that last at bat could prove to be crucial here tonight.
Most of these pitchers are among the best in the sport. Of course, Fonzie Medrano with the Bayou City Heat won it all way back in 2002, and is always known for having a team of offensive prowess. Of
You know
course,
what? And he has some familiarity tonight too, and some of his former Bayou City Heat players are on this team tonight as well. So Tanner Gears, so someone he can instantly lock in with immediately on his team tonight too. And I think Jared has a saying with Gerald Dykes on his team tonight.
absolutely.
And Cody Jeffries.
Cody Jeffries is on his team, and Tyler Rodriguez is over there now with Jared as well. Of course, he was a former member of the Indy Thunder when they won their 5 championships. Jared has 6 championship titles to his name, one with the Kansas All-Stars and of course 5 with the Indy Thunder, and he was the winning pitcher for all 3 of last year's showcase games. They were tight though. He ended up in a slugfest of a showcase with Jeremy Lopez on the other side from the Jets, and this year it'll be Jared and Fonzie toe-to-toe. They've been doing batting practice virtually all day, these two teams, so expect fireworks right off the bat.
And you see the teams right now huddled up. I know the red team just got done saying a prayer. Now they're circled up and doing a pregame chant. You can hear on the other side of the field, the blue team getting fired up as well. Red team takes the field, looking to kind of get an assessment of what their defensive alignment is going to be. I can tell you they're starting 6 defensively. Right now, it's going to be Ethan Johnston, Mark Morris. They're both in the same. They're going to both be on the left side. Ethan up front, Mark going back in the rover position. Or no, sorry, Ethan's going to go back to the middle because, of course, who else would be up front for the red team but number 1, Eric Rodriguez. Thank you. So Eric's up front, Ethan behind him. This is on the left side. Ethan Johnson behind him. Mark Morris in the back. On the other side up front, you have Randy George. In the deep middle, you have Zach Rambler, and in the very back there, that is Justin Rhines in the back on the right side.
So the first thing you notice is a very formidable left side of that defense with a combination of Erod, Ethan Johnston, and Mark Morris over there. And then, of course, front to back, Randy George of the New Jersey Titans, Zach Arambula of the hometown Jets, and Justin Rhines, who's one of the top outfielders in the game from the BSO Philly Fire. That is the red team defensive setup. Of course, the spotters for the red team will be Lisa Gilchrist and Mike Beatty, both of the world champion Indy Edge. Jared Woodard and Team Blue, coached by Darnell Booker, their starting batting order coming up.
Yep, right now you got Cody up. Cody in front, he's starting off with the familiar combo he has right here. Cody Jeffries leading off.
That's his most valuable player. He was the batting champion of the league for the 2023 World Series.
And Gerald Dykes will follow him. So
Cody Jeffries had amazing numbers for the 2023 tournament season through all the tournaments. 79 hits in 101 at-bats. That's almost an 800 batting average for the season for those who are keeping track.
Man, incredible. And, first year working with Jared, coming over from the chaos in the previous year. They found an instant rapport, and let's see if they can find an instant connection here to start off this All-Star game.
He was sensational and helped the Thunder to their 3rd place finish at the World Series this year.
Looks like we're set here. Jared has the ball in his hand, has on his gray helmet. And here's Cody Jeffries.
Jason Price says play ball, and play ball we will.
It's going to be a swing and a miss. Ball just went under the bat there. Sets back up in the box. It's going to be another swing and miss there for strike 2. Jared repositioning Cody a little bit, having to move his feet a little bit closer to the front of the plate. He's going to take a pass ball there.
Each batter gets 4 strikes and 1 passed ball, of course, in beat baseball, so he's still got potentially 2 swings left.
That ball's going to be hit down the right field or the left field line. Sliding into play, kicking it out of bounds is Eric Rodriguez. He's going to be safe.
And Eric Rodriguez gets to that line as well as anybody in the game, but Cody with good speed and good placement of that ball. And here we are, we're off and running, 1-0 Team Blue.
Yeah, that was a nice shot that rolled the left field line. Eric had a chance, but just went off his foot, and he almost still recovered. That's how good of a defender he is, but couldn't quite get there in time.
Most players playing that position wouldn't even get anything on that ball.
Yeah,
They
wouldn't even
get
sniff
there.
it.
This is what you're going to see all night long.
Another Thunder batter up, Gerald Dykes up, number 6 in this All-Star game. That ball's a shot. That's going to be over Eric's head. That's going to be in the land of Ethan Johnson. He goes right under him. He misses Mark Morris. Oh, no. And that's even with Gerald Dykes, who's one of the fastest runners in the sports, missed the base. But they couldn't get him out. That ball was a high shot, landed in the mid-zone. Bounced past Ethan, got some mark, but they couldn't get it in time, BB.
One of the toughest skills to master in this sport is the straight run to the buzzing base. Now, Gerald Dykes had a little bit of trouble on that play, but he was so quick that he was able to recover. And so 2 up and 2 in for Team Blue. It's 2-0.
And now you have another speedster up. You got Casey Krause here from the Philly Fire batting the 3-hole for Team Blue.
Casey was here last year and shined. He was here as one of the rookies of the year last year, and he had an excellent showcase.
I think the only player in this World Series to get top honors on both sides of the ball. That ball's a shot down the right side. His teammate's going to be the only one to have the play. Justin Rons gets past him. Casey Krause is safe. Fire on fire crime there, DB.
Absolutely. And Jared looks like he's got it dialed in early. 3 up and 3 in for Team Blue. It's 3-0. Just getting going at the 2023 All-Star Showcase, Game 1.
That ball was a shot on the right side. Went right at Justin Rhines. He couldn't quite get the play. So up next, we're up 3-0 for the blue team here. Up next is Justin Holland.
See, there is no breaks. There's not going to be any breaks in either one of these lineups. It's a pretty formidable start with Jeffries and Dykes and Krause, and now you've got Justin Holland, who's hit more home runs than any player in beat ball history.
That ball fouled it back to his bench, getting him some more fielding practice, I think, DB. But
I was impressed. Both teams were out plenty early to start practicing, warming up, and getting used to one another.
That ball's going to be a number down the line. It's in the
playable.
direction of Eric Rodriguez. And
Oh,
he's
no
safe.
time.
A slight bobble there by Eric allowed him to be safe.
Former Indy Edge teammates there, and a race between ball and base, and Justin Holland just won it.
Yeah, when I say slight bobble, it's a little small bobble, not for possession. That's what gave him the chance to get there safely, because or else he was out.
4 in a row, nobody out.
Yep, and we talk about guy who had we talk about home run power next. You said no breaks in the lineup. D. Smith.
How would you like to have David Smith as the 5th batter in your lineup? All he did at the World Series this year was hit 3 home runs.
He steps into the box. That's 4 up, 4 runs in for the blue team. That's going to be a strike. Big swing there. Swung right over it.
Now, David Smith and Jared not quite as used to seeing each other, although they were teammates in the showcase event last year. And David Smith had one of the walk-off hits.
That's going to be strike 2. David gets back down, trying to readjust himself to the plate. Jared adjusting the footwork a little bit, drawing him a little bit closer to the front of the plate. He's going to take a pass ball here. working on getting their timing together. Ball's right under. This could be strike 3.
You're getting a look at one of your players for 2024. David Smith will be a Gateway Archer.
Yeah, back-to-back archers here. You had Howland too.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be strike 4. That's gonna be a strikeout there. That's the first out here for the blue team. Next, right behind him is gonna be another guy who has a new home in 2020, going in 2024. Joe Fleeks, formerly of the Bayou City Heat, now with the Indy Edge.
Joe Fleeks, this is his first All-Star Showcase. He earned it with the Bayou City Heat in 2023, helping them to a 6th place finish.
And it's just so Jared has the ball. He'll set fire pitch. That's going to be bounced
On the
in
ground.
the middle. Randy George with an outstanding play.
There you go. That's the defense you expect to see at an All-Star Showcase. Randy George, who's probably a little bit more used to playing on the left side, but he's versatile. He can play on either side. He sucked that up, huh, Jason?
Oh, man, that ball was a hard bouncer up the middle. And Randy George with very little room for error was able to get over there and make a no-doubt play. Joe Fleeks was, I don't think, even halfway down the line before Randy George was able to scoop that up.
And, of course, Randy is Nestor's player with the New Jersey Titans, so they are paired together now here at the Showcase as coach and player. So 2 outs after 4 straight runs in, back to the top.
Yep, and here's Cody Jeffries, who led off the game with the liner down the left field line to score a run. See what he can do here. That's a shot that's going to be in the right side of the middle in the direction of Zach Arambla. He has it. That's an out.
So back-to-back defensive plays after the strikeout of Smith. Shut down defense over there on the right field side by George on the front line, and then Arambula in the middle row. And so they're able to quell the rally. 4 runs scored. And now we will get a look at the Team Red offense led by Fonzie Medrano.
And that was impressive. You know, you have 4 runs in a row to start off the game. Red team was able to respond and get 3 straight outs.
At the end of 1/2 inning, your score, Team Blue 4, Team Red coming to bat.
So we'll see how the blue team sets up their defense to start the games. Already, you know, I can see playing shortstop on the left side for Team Blue is going to be Casey Krause, starting on that up front. On the other side, right behind him is going to be Joe Fleeks, and deep out there is going to be Brandon Chesser. Number 12 is going to be playing the deep guy on the left side. Now going to the right side, up front right is Ricky Castaneda. Behind him in the middle of the right center side is going to be Cody Jeffries, and deep right field is going to be Justin Holland.
So we did not see Chesser or Castaneda in the lineup in the top of the first in their 6-man batting order. So I'm guessing that Krause, that Chesser subbed in for somebody.
David Smith.
Yep, Chesser has come in for defense for David Smith.
Okay, so we have Chesser, and I remember seeing a little bit of the lineup. Castaneda is the DF.
Yeah, Castaneda will be your DF. Another Gateway Archer to me.
Yeah, it's quite a few.
From both sides. Both
Yeah.
teams are well represented by Gateway Archers.
Yeah, so here, it's only fitting in this game. You know, I see Fonzie warming up, getting a couple more warm-up tosses to his catcher, Rodriguez. On deck, I'm going to lead off this game, is a guy he's had a ton of success with, and Tanner Gears coming up here to start off the game for the Team Red.
I was interested to see whether he would go with maybe the obvious choice among all-stars, Eric Rodriguez, to lead off, or whether he would go with what he knows best, which is Tanner Gears, who was his leadoff hitter with the Heat.
Oh, DB, I lied to you. Told you a fib. So Tanner's actually on deck.
Oh, okay.
And you were right. He is going to go with the obvious choice here with Eric Rodriguez leading off the game.
And if we sat here and tried to list Eric Rodriguez accolades, we would be here all night.
So here we go. Number 1, Eric Rodriguez, starting off for the Team Red.
He was selected last year, but was unable to make it. This is his
Go outside a little bit for strike 1.
Eric's first appearance. He's been defensive MVP of the league since 2019, every year running.
That ball's a shot up the middle. That's going to be over the head of Cody Jeffries. That's way out. That's gone. That's almost in the other field when they finally stop rolling, DB.
Eric Rodriguez right off the get-go. How do you do? His first All-Star Showcase at bat, and he shows what he can do and why he's leading off for Team Red. And they're on the board.
So that's a nice shot. I mean, dead center.
Oh, he ripped it, and the timing was perfect, too. Now, remember, Eric and Fonzie have some experience together. Eric came down and participated in the Great Texas Shootout in Tyler back in October as a member of the Bayou City Heat, so he got to know Fonzie a little bit there, and he had success. Now here's Tanner Gears.
A guy he's had plenty of success with, so Fonzie, even though, like I said, Eric, member of the India Edge, but has some experience with Fonzie. Here's Tanner Gears, who has plenty of experience with Fonzie. Let's see if he can add another run to the red team score.
Tanner Gears has an over 600 career batting average off of Fonzie. He's scored more than 100 World Series runs.
That ball's going to be up the left side, right past Casey Krause, past Mark Morris. That's going to be a run scored.
That didn't take him long either. That didn't take Fonzie long, so here's the answer now. 4 on the board in the top of the first, answered by 2 now, and it's a 4-2 game. Still nobody out here in the bottom half. Gonna take some runs to win this game.
And speaking of Gateway Archers, you got Mark Morris up, who also had success off Fonzie in the Bolingbrook tournament. Mark was the offensive MVP for Bayou City Heat this year at the Bolingbrook tournament, so another guy that Fonzie has some familiarity with just this season.
And Mark was also selected last year but was unable to appear in the All-Star Showcase. He is one of the most versatile, I would say, and most complete players as far as having good contact. He hits for power, he's fast, and he plays some lockdown defense. Mark Morris, one of the elite players in the league.
Ball's going to be just outside for strike 1.
And Mark was just off the All-Star team this year on both sides of the ball, it appeared.
That ball's going to be a shot down the left side, just right off Ricky Castaneda to Justin Holland, but he's not going to get it in time. This is going to be another run.
3 up, 3 in, and they're spraying the ball around a little bit. Fonzie feeling pretty good. It's a 4-3 game. Team Blue still looking for their first out.
And they say comment similar start that the blue team has. See if they can match it, and you got a good option to match it. San Antonio Jets, Zach Arambo up next.
And the Ramula actually was one of his first MVP award his rookie year. He's one of the few players to ever have top batting average at a World Series in his rookie season back in 2009. Catalyst for the Jets.
That's strike 1 in the Hall of Famer. I forgot he also got Hall of Fame honors last year. So
he was a 2022 inductee in Beaumont, Texas.
that ball's that's going to be foul on the right side.
And Zach is also one of the founding members of the Texas Adaptive Play Initiative, Tappy Sports, who is our host sponsor for this All-Star Showcase.
Fonzie retrieves the ball, so after 1 foul, 2 strikes on the batter. The ball's going to be just right outside again. Right outside and over the bat. That's strike 3. That ball is a shot over the middle, right over Fonzie's head. Cody dives
That
for
might
it.
split him.
Mark Morris, almost made the play on it. Now Mark Morris, Brandon Chester out there.
You're used to seeing your guy in left field, aren't you? Yep.
Yeah,
It's Chester out there.
mental slip there. I was like, I'm used to that left rover spot is going to be Morris for the Archers, but here that's Brandon Chester. Almost been a good play on it, but not quite in time.
Yeah, he sort of split the defense up the middle there, so
Yeah.
we got a tie game, still nobody out, 4-4.
So here's the difference maker, DB. The blue team started off 4 for 4, then went 3 straight, got 3 straight outs. Let's see if the red team can do something a little bit different the blue team did in that first inning. Now you got Justin Rhines up from the Philly Fire.
Justin Rhines often hit leadoff for the Philly Fire. Kind of nice to have him batting 5th in the lineup. He's got a ton of speed.
Ball's a little bit inside there.
Now this is one batter that Fonzie, other than batting practice today and warm-ups, may not be terribly used to. Is Rhines from the Fire.
That's going to be a foul tip over towards the red bench. Nestor Gonzalez makes a play. Fields it, gets it back to his pitcher, Fonzie. Fonzie cleans off the ball. They're kind of setting Justin back up. Fonzie still wiping up the ball. A little muddy out here in some spots today. That ball is down the line. Foul balls. It went 90 feet fair and snuck out on that right before I got past the base.
Would have been a good beat ball hit if that had stayed fair.
Yeah.
It did not, and of course, base lines are 10 feet outside the foul lines in beat baseball, and that's for safety reasons.
Yeah, you almost scored a goal there, DB. Almost see the goal down at the other end.
This is ordinarily a soccer complex being used tonight for beat baseball. It is the STAR, S-T-A-R, South Texas Athletic Recreation Center.
I'm glad you got all that out because I would have remembered all that, DB.
Well, and I said it like I was sure. I believe that's what it is. We're right here behind Morgan's Wonderland here in San Antonio.
Here you go with the next pitch on Justin Rhines. Oh.
So a carbon copy,
Yeah.
Jason.
Yes, very similar starts.
Strikeouts for both the fifth batters in the lineup after 4 in for each team. So now let's see what happens here. Now this becomes your possibly game changer early.
So now here's a guy who usually doesn't hit this low in the lineup because I'm very familiar where he hits in the lineup. That's Ethan Johnston for the Gateway Archers. He's up here, the 6th batter. Let's see if he can change that trend again. Here we go with Ethan up. That ball's gonna be a shot right center. It's gonna have to be Justin Howard. He's not gonna get there. That's gonna be a run scored. Ethan Dobbs into the base. That's run number 5 on the board for Team Red.
So Team Red takes the lead, and the 6th spot in the order with Ethan Johnston comes through. So that's a big moment here as there's still only 1 out, and now we're back to the top, and there's firepower up there with Eric and Tanner and so forth.
That was a nice shot, right center. Split the defense on that side. In between Cody Jeffries and over his head and to the back side of that field over there. Now you got Eric Rodriguez up again.
Eric hit a rope his first time up to get the red team started. Still in the bottom of the first.
That ball's going to be a high pop-up. It's going to be over the head of Casey. Oh, no, she dropped short, about 50 feet. Yeah, the ball that high.
Yeah, it's tough.
And with Eric Rodriguez, man, that's a tough play.
And look, this isn't Midwest or even Philly ground here. This is Texas clay, and even though we got some rain yesterday, that ball's going to hit, and it's not necessarily just going to stick. That was a very high hit. That was a hanger.
Yeah, it's like it dropped about the 50-foot mark, and tough play Casey was going to have to make, but couldn't get there in time.
So
another run to board for Team Red.
And Eric Rodriguez is the first hitter in the game to score 2 runs. He's now 2 for 2.
Up next again for Team Red, Tanner Gears. That's going to be back to the blue bench. Foul ball on the right side.
He was a little late on that swing, but him and Fonzie can do this in their sleep, and Tanner Gears is one of the more dynamic players we have. I was chatting with him in the hotel. There's a strike. I was chatting with him in the hotel, and I told him this All-Star Showcase is made for players like him.
Yeah, I might have to steal his cleats. He has these nice gold cleats. That's right in my alley, DB. Oh, that ball's up the middle. The shot bounced off the body of Casey Krause all the way on the other side of the field. Yeah, it hit Casey Krause right in the ribs and went all the way on the other side of the field.
Well, it's early, but Team Red is certainly flexing their muscles here.
You hear a little banter there. Zach Remington Booker.
Is there a 7 on the board now in with 1 out? 7 of the first 8 have scored here, and it's 7-4.
You got Mark Morris up again here. He hit a shot to the right side his last time up.
Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you.
Go!
Foul!
That's going to be a foul tip. Lands right in front of the plate.
One strike. Play.
Go!
Strike.
Ball's just right over the bat there for strike 2. Fonzie telling Mark to take a little step closer towards him.
Fonzie works a lot with his batters, as all pitchers do.
That ball's going to be foul on the right side, down the line.
The elite pitchers in beat baseball know how to position their batters in the best to give them maximize their potential of making contact with the ball. And then it's about getting the ball there and having a consistent swing. Sounds easy from back here. It's not.
You have more experience than I do, DB. So we're going to get a new ball here as that ball was dead. So Fonzie's going to take a couple warm-up pitches with the new ball, or is he going to forgo those? He walks towards the batter. Now he's walking back to the mound. 2 strikes in the batter.
Our base operator for tonight is Jordan Simpson, I believe. That's Jordan next.
You know, it's actually, you got Gateway Archers on the bases. That's Mike Curtis.
There's Mike Curtis on the bases, so all right. My eyes deceive me.
2 strikes.
Yeah.
So Mike Curtis operating bases, and then way down to our left, Katie Mathena, our scorekeeper.
One that went straight down, and then that one. It should be strike. It was just foul on the ground. We just said foul on the ground, and then the foul to the side, right? That killed the ball. That killed the ball.
I think it was 3.
There was 1 strike.
There was 1, then there was 1 down on the ground, and I know that foul ball would have made it 0-3.
Yeah. That's right, because there was a pitch that went over the bat.
You're right. Second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have made it 0-3.
3 strikes on the batter as they're trying to get straight on the count here. Darnell Booker was over at the scorer's table. And
Nice. So we got 3 strikes on Mark Morris.
Go!
Foul!
Another foul ball. Jason Price is going to catch that one.
he's all over it. He's all over it, just looking to get one to put in play here.
3 strikes. Play.
Go!
That's going to be over the bat for a strikeout.
Second
That's out-
strikeout.
Out number 2 this inning.
So second strikeout, both outs in the inning have come by strikeout. And now blue team 1 out away from getting out of this.
You got Zach Arambula back up for the red team.
Arambula scored his last time up, and he made a really good defensive play in the top of this inning. I want to say it was on Cody Jeffries.
Go!
That ball right off Fonzie's leg there.
There's our first hit pitcher of the game. We'll be keeping track of those. both of them with their athleticism, both Fonzie and Jared are good at avoiding balls, but sometimes you just can't. You're standing 20 feet away from home plate.
Yeah, that was a shot there too, right off the Fonzie shaking it off here. I think he's good.
Run a little bit faster,
All right, here we go. That ball is going to be a shot right side. It's going to, stayed fair. Man, had a lot of hang time, bounced right by the line, and then rolled foul, DB. So
Went oppo with that. Some balls are just not fieldable. I don't care what caliber of defense you have on the field, and I think that was one of them. So 8th run on the board now, and the first inning belongs to Team Red. They've doubled up the blue team now 8-4. But remember, in the first showcase game last year with Jeremy Lopez pitching, they got out to a sizable lead early, and Jared was able to pitch his team back and eventually overtake it.
yeah, it's always a dangerous thing when you have Jared out here and starts figuring out those batters. And that's something you want to be in the other end of. But here's Justin Rhymes trying to get himself on the board. He was one of the strikeouts earlier.
This is Justin Ryan's first All-Star showcase. Many felt like he should have been selected last year. He was definitely on the board and in the conversation.
That ball's going to be a shot down the left field line. Pass his teammate Casey Krause. Pass. Oh, Brandon Chester got his hands on him and pushed it away. He's going to be safe.
That sounded very odd coming off the bat.
He roped it down the line and stayed in there. Right past his outstretched hands of Casey Krause. Right past Fleeks. Brandon Chester had a chance, but his hands pushed it away. But nonetheless, run scored. Justin Ryan's on the board. So now every member of Team Red has scored a run.
And that's a good point to make, because in these a lot of times in these higher level games, the team that wins is the team that has the most balance up and down the lineup. So you've got all 6 starters now on the board.
And up next, Ethan Johnston. That's going to be an opposite field shot. Ricky Castaneda is going to have a chance. It gets past his foot. Ethan missed the base. He's able to come back to it because he owes 10 push-ups, so he did miss a base, but he was able to score the run there.
It's not pretty, but he scored anyway. And he's a veteran. He knows how to do that. He knows how to recover if he does miss a base, because he's been around so long, And I always say, the curse of being a fast base runner is if you do miss that base, it's harder for you to recover because you've got so much momentum going forward. He was able to do it. 10 spot now on the board for Fonzie and Team Red here in the first. It's 10-4, good buddy.
10-4. And it doesn't get any easier if you're fielding for Team Blue, because, again, for the third time this inning, Eric Rodriguez steps to the plate.
He has 2 of their 10 runs already.
That ball's going to be a dribble up the middle.
He's going to give him a chance on this one.
Yeah, he's going to.
He's got to get
Cody
over there.
Jeffries, just missed it. And he had. When you have Eric running, you have to get that ball cleanly. It bounced right over his fingertips. And there's another run.
Unfortunately, when he gives you a ground ball like that, a dribbler up the middle, you've got to lock that down and make that play, because you're not going to get that many of those. He's 3 for 3 now, 11 on the board. It's 11-4 Team Red. They're laying down a gauntlet early.
This is kind of what we talked about, the advantage of being a home team, or whichever of these pitchers can get out to an early lead. It's still a long game, but we're still 11-4 first inning. Tanner Guerra's up.
Also 2 for 2.
That ball's going to be down the left field line. Hits Joe Fleeks off the foot. He's crawling to it. Will he get there? He got there in time. His 2 former Bayou City Heat teammates battling out there.
That. Two former Bayou City Heat teams who have now gone on, but Fleeks wins that one, and that's the first put out of the game for the blue team defense, and that is the end of the inning. But not before. 11 runs, 14 came to the plate, 11 scored. It's 11-4, and the challenge has been laid down. Let's see how Jared Woodard and Team Blue can answer.
At the end of an inning complete, your score, Team Red 11, Team Blue 4.
Let's see here. So I think we got some substitutions coming in for Team Blue.
And while you do that, I'm going to...
While we have a moment, we want to recognize those players who were selected to compete in the 2023 All-Star Showcase, but were unable to appear. From the Indy Thunder, Zach Bueller. From the San Antonio Jets, Mike Coughlin. From the Boston Renegades, Christian Thaxton. From the Oklahoma Lookouts, Jay Tysick. And we will announce the rest at the end of this half inning as we go to the top of the second.
So we start off this inning. Speaking of Oklahoma Lookouts, Mark Ivy will be leading off this inning for Team Blue. That is me. What's going on? Mark Ivy, one of those Oklahoma Lookouts in their first season. One of the lefties. They are a very left-handed oriented team for a beat baseball team, which is probably not traditional for any baseball sport, but definitely beat baseball.
One of the rookies of the year, Mark Ivy, for the brand new Oklahoma Lookouts. And in Norman, Oklahoma, he helped lead that team, and they won a couple of games. Oklahoma looked pretty good, and Mark earned his invitation here.
Yeah, well, some teams will be heading back out to Norman, I think, next year for a tournament that New View, Oklahoma's putting together.
Ivy is in, it appears, in Gerald Dykes' spot, so for now you can pencil it into the 2 slot. But with 13 players on the roster, you're going to see a lot of substituting. Team Red has 14 players. And the lead. Here we go.
He's going to hit the foul tip there. As Booker retrieves it, throws it back to Jared here. It's always masterful when you're sitting here and you listen to kind of Jared direct the batters, kind of get him exactly where he wants him in the box. So here we go. That's going to be a rope on the opposite side. Eric Rodriguez past Ethan Johnston. Oh, Mark Ivy slipped out the box. He's going to be out. He is going to be out as Mark Morris gets that one.
Mark Morris, as Mark Ivy did everything right until toward the very end, and then he slipped. He hit it opposite field. You know, Ivy's a lefty, and he went there with power. But with Mark Morris playing left field, if you make a base running mistake, chances are he's going to get you. And he got Mark Ivy there. That's a solid at-bat for his first showcase at-bat in his first full season.
Just over-under, DB, when you have a left side of Eric Rodriguez, Ethan Johnston, and Mark Morris, how much defensive hardware is on that side of the field?
Multiple. I would say you would not be able to do it with 2 hands. You would need some other digits.
It's Casey Krause, another guy who gets a lot of defensive honors, steps into the plate here for Team Blue. He takes a pass ball there. That ball is on the opposite side past Randy George. Doesn't get past Justin Rhines, his teammate. He's going to make it to the base and almost hit a somersault into the base, DB.
Casey Krause attacked that base, which you have to do, and so back on the board for Team Blue, and that cuts the lead to 11-5 with 1 out here in the top of the second.
Now, I'm going to say, looking at the field, as we play this game and you start looking at the baselines, I wonder if field conditions are going to become in play here. Because like I said earlier, it's a little muddy. Kind of seen Mark Ivy take a stumble. I think Casey Krause took a stumble at the end of that run there. So I wonder how much that's going to come into play as we get deeper into this game.
Thank you. Thank you. Play.
Here's Justin.
Ball is fouled back.
He is right on it, all over it. And Jared told him as much. When they foul the ball back like that, that usually means the timing is good.
Yeah, we haven't had to make any plays yet, DB. No plays in our end.
Not yet. I think I'm pretty well covered to my left here by Mike Curtis.
That ball's a shot. That's gonna be, but it's a bouncer. Pass Eric Rodriguez, pass Ethan Johnston. Mark Morris going back to retrieve it. Not in time though. Justin Howland gets to the board, gets on the board.
So Howland wins that little race, and second run of the inning now for the blue team as here they come back. It's 11-6 now.
Now you got Brandon Chesser up here.
We'll get our first look at Brandon Chesser, the longtime Austin Blackhawk. Played last year with the Bayou City Heat and has now announced that he'll be playing with the Indy Edge, and he will be a welcome addition to the two-time defending world champions.
We get a base check here. That's going to be strike one, just a little bit outside there. Looks like they're trying to attack the opposite field here on this one.
Looks like Brandon Chesser is in David Smith's spot in the lineup.
Yes. See, that's going to be another strike there. Strike two. He's getting back readjusted. Jared redirecting him at the plate.
Verbal communication so important in this sport because all players are wearing a blindfold.
There's a pass ball there.
So you're seeing a little bit of a pattern. If they get to 2 strikes, they'll take one off of Jared.
That ball is shot down the opposite field. Gonna go to the back corner of the home run line. It's actually, yep, that ball's gonna be out of play. Yeah, so the ball rolled into the other field. That was a shot, DB.
That was crushed down the right field line. I heard the one call come out indicating it was down the right field line. He's a lefty. He just pulled that thing. That wasn't fieldable. That's a great hit.
Well, that was the oppo. Remember, I think I told you at the beginning of the bat that he was positioning. It looks like they were positioned to go outside. That's the way his foot position the plate was and where he was missing. So that's a shot oppo side by Brandon Chesser.
So Chesser was in the right-handed batter's box.
Mm-hmm.
He'll cross you up sometimes because he can switch hit.
Okay.
I've seen him bat lefty, seen him bat righty. He was righty there, and so a good hit. We call that the green door hit when a righty hits it opposite field on the right field line.
Here's Joe Fleeks. That's going to be right over the bat. Strike one.
Fleeks hit a good hard ball and got put out by Randy George there in the first inning. So he's looking for his first run.
Right over the plate again. I think Booker's trying to give us some action back here, DB.
I'm not moving if I don't have to. There's a reason I don't play this game anymore.
Hey, but your defensive prowess is much better than mine, so we're going to... That's another pass ball you alluded to earlier, that trend there. 2 strikes, take the pass ball.
I doubt you'll see that with Fonzie. They rarely does a player take a ball off of Fonzie.
Here we go. That ball's going to be in the direction of Randy George again. Passed him this time. Zach Rambo past his feet. And that's going to be a run scored.
Look at that. So 2 balls in play and 1 for 2 now for Joe Fleeks. 8th run on the board now. 4th in the inning. It's 11-8. Top of the lineup coming up. You always like to get that production from the bottom 2. And now every spot, at least in the batting order, has produced a run for Team Blue as well.
So this is where Team Blue in the first inning, where things start going wrong, though. When you got to this 5th batter, that's where they got 3 straight out. So let's see if they can reverse that trend from the first inning this time around.
Cody Jeffers scored to lead off the game and then was put out by Zach Arambula to end the first inning on a pretty top-notch play.
We get a base check here. Cody steps up to the plate. Strike. Nice swing path from Cody Jeffers. I think one of the best swings, fundamental swings you see in beat baseball. That ball's a shot on the right side. Over the head of Randy George. It's going to bounce towards Justin Rhines. He's not
Already
going to get
there.
there in time.
Wow. That was a nice base run there by Cody and a good, well-hit ball. He's 2 for 3, and it's a 2-run game.
You know, I don't know, in the NFL, he said this thing when punters would kick the ball, they had the little hang time counter. Some of the balls here tonight, I wish I had that hang time counter just to get that measurement here tonight, because that ball hung up there for quite some time. So that play is going to be very difficult for anybody to make. But great hit by Cody Jeffers. And
both pitchers have been doing it, getting the high hanger from some of their hitters.
You got Mark Ivy up again. Who led off the inning with, I forgot, he was the first
He would
out.
have scored if he hadn't slipped.
Yeah, he led off the inning, had a good hit, but he said slipped. See if he can rebound after that one. The lefty from the Oklahoma New V Lookouts. Oh, that ball was foul, right on the line, but foul nonetheless. Does not go far enough. Does not make it probably 30 feet. So here we go. As he sets back up. Takes that pass ball, which was evident because DB, when he takes a pass ball, he holds the bat the opposite way. He holds the barrel first. That ball's rolling back. I was hoping he was only going to swing on that one. So that's
right.
strike 3.
So now you got a full count. Money pitch here.
Another foul tip.
Hanging tough, and Jared has only struck out one batter so far in this game, and that was David Smith in the first. Everything else has been putouts. We got a 2-run game still early here.
That ball's going to be yanked down the line. He pulls it.
If he can get over there and make the play.
Randy George, it went under him. Yeah. He almost missed that base, too. Luckily, his fingertips got enough of it.
Another shaky base run there. That was not as much a slip. That was just sort of a shaky base run, and that's what we talked about before. Base running, one of the, if not the toughest, I would say probably the toughest skill for new players to pick up. And Mark Ivy is still finishing up his rookie season, and so he'll get that part down. But he's a good-looking lefty.
Yeah,
Man.
Oklahoma had, like I know, their lineup has more lefties than you expect out of a normal lineup.
So look at this. We've got a 1-run game now, 11-10. Still only one out.
With Casey Crops coming to the plate for Team Blue.
Still only the top of the second. That over-under, what did you say, 70?
75.
Looking pretty good right now for the over.
75.
But it's like any, you watch the all-star events in pro basketball or even on occasion Major League Baseball, and you see traditionally higher scoring games. Offense tends to dominate.
It's going to be a pass ball on the first pitch this time. As the wind's picked up a little bit more here, which is definitely a factor.
As we are now past twilight here in San Antonio, Texas. Just a gorgeous night.
That ball's a shot down the right field line. That's going to go back.
That's going to tie the game.
Yep. I was like, that's going to be out of play. I was like, I knew when it rolled out there. Justin Rhines, the owner, could get it, but I almost rolled to the other field. There's a soccer goal that prevented it from going to the other field out there. No reason it didn't. Like you said, tie game.
Tie game. Still only one out here, so that's 7 of 8 batters who have scored in this inning for the blue team, and they are wearing out that right field side a little bit too.
And that's the dangerous thing when you have, Jared Woodard and you're playing defense against him. If he finds a side that he likes, he's going to keep going there.
He is one of the few pitchers that have the unique ability to be able to place the ball where he wants it to go on the field. Move inside or outside on a player's bat, speed up, maybe adjust the speed of the pitch itself.
Now you have Justin Holland up here again. I think Jason Price blocked that one from going further. Didn't quite come up with it, but it was a pretty decent shot going off the bat in foul territory.
Tied at 11, top of the second, 1 out. Blue team up to bat.
We take a little break to let the sirens go by here. That ball's high in the air. That's going to drop. Foul. That ball rolled the elevator shaft all the way up there, but came down not far enough. Came down about 33 feet. So Justin Howell will walk it back to the batter's box.
I don't think he wanted that anyway. He's not. I don't think he's playing for the short game here.
Hey, you got to work on all aspects, DB.
That is true. Justin Holland, still a native of North Carolina, the Charlotte area. Came up with the Athens Timberwolves in Athens, Georgia, and spent a few years with the Atlanta Chaos. Won 2 championships with the Indy Edge, and now off to the Gateway Archers.
He's going to take a pass ball there.
Now that's interesting because he made contact, foul contact, but contact with the first 2.
That ball's in the middle. He slipped a little bit out the box, but nonetheless, Paul's pass back and ran with deep middle. No one's going to get that one. He's going to be safe.
Those balls are rolling fast through the grass, so up the middle's been working as well as the right field line. And that is the first lead now, at least in this inning, for Team Blue. It's 12-11, still only 1 out.
And now you got Brandon Chesser coming up again.
Does not get any easier. Chesser scored his last time. He hit that green door you were talking about, went oppo.
I think we're going to try to get something for the fields here. I think that's what they're looking for. Is the field, like I said, the field conditions are going to come into play here.
Maybe some sand. I know there was a puddle somewhere at one point, and we did get some rain yesterday. It pulled out early afternoon yesterday, but it did rain most of the Wednesday night and into yesterday.
Yeah, you had and that right side of the batter's box, right-handed side of the batter's box is getting a little beat up. So I think they're going to try to do something there because as Justin Howard hit that ball, he did slip a little bit out the box. So they're spreading out. It looks like some sand or some type of material. I'm pretty sure that's sand that they're spreading out there. Give some more footing for the batters.
Ladies, hold on. Let me turn up the mic because we're going to get the other players in.
That's the other one.
Ladies and gentlemen, while we have a break to finish off the All-Stars who were selected in 2023 but unable to participate, Nick Mulheron of the Indy Edge, Corey White of the Indy Edge, and Stanley Griffin of the Cleveland Scrappers.
All right. We're back in play here.
You know, of the 34 players selected, 27 of them were able to make it. That is a great number, and very happy for that.
And definitely a great atmosphere. I know we talk about the competition, but great camaraderie for the players this weekend, too. As Brandon Chester takes that one opposite field towards the base, but that's going to be foul.
Absolutely, Jason. And you know the old saying that iron sharpens iron, and these players make each other better by coming together at a showcase event like this and just being around each other, trading ideas, training together, especially the younger players. It's a real benefit.
That's going to be strike 2. Jared resets Brandon in the box, tells him to move back a little bit. Pass ball there. That That ball's opposite field, but foul. Just foul that time, too, as well.
They're either doing this intentionally or Chesser is late because he's consistently going over there.
They're doing it. I would say it's intentional is the trend because right now, whenever he's in the batter's box, the way he's adjusting their feet, it would make it real hard for you. They pull a ball, they're going to yank it. So the way they're adjusting their feet is make it where it's easy to hit opposite field. And he's pitching a lot of balls to the outside portion. So I think he's found, like I said, found something he likes over there.
And not only that, the left side of that defense is exceptionally strong. Not that the right side isn't solid. They are, but the left side is exceptionally strong. And so I think maybe Jared feels like spraying the ball over to right field might be his best bet. They're doing a lot of it.
Again, that ball would have been to the right side as well, DB.
Now, ordinarily, on 3 strikes, though, a pitcher will take whatever good contact he can get. I know when I was a player hitting off of Jared, if I ever got to 3 strikes, he'd just come inside and jam me because that maximized, the potential of putting the ball in place somewhere.
Well, that jamming and that feeling in your hand was a reward. You got to hit the ball in two strikes, DB.
Correct. If you don't want to get one in on your hands, don't go to 3 strikes.
That ball is going to be that's going to be fair.
Over the line. See if he can come up.
Eric Rodriguez
was made. All right.
is able to come up and make that play. That ball snuck over probably about 43 feet.
He had to come quite a distance. They're playing him back a little bit, as they should on these fields, but that's a good play, and I have that as the second out of the inning.
Yep, that is because the very first batter was Mark Ivy in this inning. He was the first out, and it took a while before they got number 2 there.
2 outs now in the top of the second. We've already got 23 runs on the board combined here, 12-11. Team Blue has taken the lead with 8 runs.
Now you got Joe Fleeks up. He was safe his last time up. Everybody moves around. The fielders get set back up. That ball's going to be down the right field line as well, straight down the right field line. All the way to the back,
That's
past
a run.
Justin Rhines in the back. That is the
He got it.
Yeah.
He's got to hit the base. All right.
Yeah. He made sure he got the base that time. He ran so hard the base cord just got yanked out and went past our faces, DB.
I wouldn't want to be a base getting trucked by Joe Fleeks. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Dude, that was intense. It's all the way down there still. He's wrapped
Yeah,
up.
so he originally went the wrong way, is why that took a little bit longer. What made that play even interesting is he started running towards third base and had to correct himself. But yeah, once he got up and going, the momentum went like juggernaut, and that base cord flew out of the.
13-11 now, 2-run lead. As the red defense still looking for the last out here of the top of the second.
I think that base.
That's what I was thinking about. Was this expensive game.
I think that base owed Joe Fleeks some money, but anyways, he is safe. 13-11. Cody Jeffries up again for Team Blue.
Want to thank Fonzie Madrano, the pitcher for the red team, for also assisting, helping supply the balls and the bases for this showcase. Back to action, Jason.
Just needs to make longer.
I almost said for the Thunder because we got a whole Thunder combo. Thunder batter hit, Thunder batter. Almost got sidetracked. Even when Thunder blew. That ball's up the middle. Zach Arim was going to be the only one with the chance that hits him off the body. He tries to scramble to get it. He doesn't get there in time.
Oh, heck of an effort there by Zach. And Zach got him once, remember, earlier. Almost got him again, but that's a run. That's now 10 on the board, so you saw 11 on the board from the red team in the bottom of the first. Now you got 10 on the board in the top of the second, and it's 14-11.
As Mark Ivy comes back up. He takes his stance at the plate from the left side here. And like you mentioned earlier too, about invaluable experience for younger players. You got one of the most proven pitchers in the game, one of the, coach who's won 6 rings, talking to a guy who's in his first year, giving him some advice at the plate.
Absolutely. And, last year he had Casey Krause, and Casey was one of the most effective players all season long on any team.
It's going to be strike one as that ball goes right outside. Little tail, almost a slider, just slid outside there. He's trying to go opposite field this time, it looks like, as well. But this time, when you go opposite field, it's going to be to the right, but it goes right up the middle. And Rodriguez is charging. It goes past him, and he is not getting time as it went under him and almost got to Randy George. The call is safe on the field, I believe. Yes, it is.
It is
safe.
It is. They need to start getting a little bit tighter on these ground balls when they get them, because those are blessings in a game like this. But
even that one was, even knowing how much ground Eric just covered there, he went from his normal shortstop position all the way probably to almost the right side. That's why Randy George is right behind him.
4-run lead. That matches the largest now for Team Blue, as they've traded 11 spots here in the last couple of half innings.
And now you got Casey Krause back up again.
1 out away from getting out of this inning, but it's been a tough out to get, and Casey Krause is a tough out. He hasn't been retired yet.
Wide on the set, Blue. Thank you.
Bases, please. Thank you. Play.
Here we go, the batter set up. Pass balls. He took a pass. I think that's a traditional thing for him. He takes a pass ball in the first pitch. And all 3 times, or every at bat this game.
I think you're correct, because I remember him doing a lot even with the Philly Fire, and of course his father, Pat Krause, is their pitcher, and I've seen that.
That ball is a shot up the middle. That's going to be in play for Mark Morris. He's going to have to get down. Oh, right. Picks it up, but not in time. It's Casey Krause. He's a speedster.
A little too much ground to have to cover. 16th run now on the board in a top of the second that seems like it just won't end.
So it's the red defensive lineman has shifted a lot too, because before Mark Morris was playing deep left or deep left field. Now he's kind of more left center, almost straight center field. Looks like he's going to move back over a little bit now, but yeah, he was almost in center field for that at bat. Now you got Justin Howard up again, and they haven't gotten him out yet.
Strike.
Howland seems like he's gone to all parts of the field.
That ball's high. It's going to be back behind home plate.
Jared still only 1 strikeout in this game, and this, by my count, is the 22nd batter he's faced.
Wow. That's a pass ball there. That ball's back to the blue bench. Back to the Austin Blackhawks contingent back there behind the blue bench.
We are a loud and energetic bench, off and back and to our right there, cheering on their Team Blue. Team Blue is on the first base side, and Team Red occupies the third base side for this showcase.
That ball's a shot. That may be. Oh, landed right at the feet of Justin Rhines back there, playing deep right. That ball was almost gone.
Crushed. That was a hot potato. Rhines played it pretty well. There's only so much you can do. And the red team finally calls a defensive timeout. It's 17-11.
So, DB, in this situation, you have a team that obviously Jared Woodard has found his groove. You're the red team. What are you, if you're Nestor Gonzalez, what are you saying during this timeout here?
Hang in there, 1 play at a time, make the next one. We scored 11 runs in the bottom of the first inning, so they know they can score with them. they're not, it's not that they're blowing easy balls necessarily, and there's been some close plays, so they just need one more out. They need to get out of this inning, get under the tent, and, sometimes a coach will call a defensive timeout to circle the wagons with his team. Sometimes they'll also do it to try to break the rhythm of a red-hot pitcher, and Jared Woodard is percolating right now.
And I was like, yeah, that's a tough play. I said, that ball is right there. Almost no chance for Justin Ron. Just like I said, laying it right in front of him, but like it took a high bounce and rolled directly past him. So like these balls are shot, so you're not getting any easy hits, any errors. But I say, like you said, got to find some way to keep your team to hang in there. Hopefully they'll get a chance, get a ball. Luck will go their way somehow here.
Well, and if you get out of the inning down by 6, you know you have the last at bats in this game, and so you can get that back. All right, so it sounds like Tyler Rodriguez is going to be entering the game for Brandon Chesser. And so you'll be able to pencil him then into the 5 spot. Yes, the 5 spot in the lineup.
Yep.
So I'm guessing that they will put Tyler Rodriguez back there in left field in Brandon Chesser's spot.
That's what I would assume as well.
That worked out, yeah.
As Tyler Rodriguez stands up here at the box. Now earlier, I said I think it was Tanner Gears had these gold cleats that I would steal, DB. They're size 13 to 14. I found a new pair. Tyler Rodriguez has these. It's like an aqua turquoise type color. Those are more my speed, DB. I think I would steal those now. So I'm going to see if he wears a size 14 and check that out. I don't think so, but I'm going to see if that is the case.
Tyler's a very stylish player and obviously a household name in this sport.
As he stands in for his first at bat in this contest. That ball's gonna be up the middle. It's gonna go
It should
fair.
be playable.
And no brotherly love there as his brother gets him out. And Rodriguez with another put out there.
For 6 seasons with the Indy Thunder, 7 really, if you count the 2020 season, they were locked down on the left side of the defense. Now they're adversaries both in this showcase and in league play, and that's kind of cool. Eric puts out little bro, and that's the inning. But boy, some damage done. 13 on the board, and I have 17 to 11 heading to the bottom of the second. Yours.
I got you.
Your score as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Now Team Blue, 17. Team Red, 11.
So as you heard there from the PA from DB, 17-11 is your score here going into the bottom of the second. And start out this inning for Team Red will be Mark Morris. So let's see if we have any defensive changes for Team Blue. I know we have one, so let me see if there's anything else that changed out here. You still got Casey Krause up front on the left side. Behind him, it looks like he's making his way out to deep left field. It's going to be Tyler Rodriguez.
I just can't figure out if you're coaching their pitcher or why you had to be so dang close.
Kind of Joe Fleeks was behind in that left mid position earlier, but I think he's making his way over there now. So he's in the left middle position, right in the middle, right in the center of the field, pretty much directly behind Fonzie. Pitcher's mound is gonna be Cody Jeffries. Ricky Castaneda playing up front on the right side, and behind him in deep right is Justin Howland. And coming up to the plate, their Archer teammate, Mark Morris.
Now it's going to be important to see how the Red squad answers down 6 runs. The last thing you want to do is cede control of a game over to Jared because you'll likely not get it back.
That's going to be strike one. That pitch was a little bit outside and over the bat there. So it's like Fonzie may be trying to get a little Oppo field love himself here this inning to start out. That is what he's going to do to start off. That ball's skied right over the head of Ricky Castaneda. Right over the head of Ricky, but he almost made a play on it, but you got Mark Morris running. Like I said, you got some speedsters all around both of these lineups, and there's one of them.
That's a tweener ball with some air time and one of the fastest players in the league running down to the base. And a good start for the Red squad now, 17-12, bottom of the second.
And here you got one of the guys behind getting this game going, Zach Rambo up here for the Red team. You get a new ball here, it looks like.
Zach, the captain, one of the captains of the San Antonio Jets, the hometown team here, and the Jets have finished runner-up now in 4 consecutive world titles.
So they'll look to keep this, they got to get some runs back here, so, he's going to look to keep it going.
The wind has picked up a little bit. Of course, the sun has gone down.
Now, for people who are, maybe watching this game for the first time, catching this all-star game in a glimpse, how does the wind play factors into when you're playing this game, DB?
Well, the toughest thing about the wind can be if it gets in the ears of the players, it can make it hard to hear the ball, and it can make it hard to run to the bases. We're playing with a 1-pound ball, so it's not going to affect the trajectory of the ball as much as it may affect the players. Now, I don't think the wind is strong enough to have that kind of an impact. It more has a nice cooling effect on the players, this breeze.
That ball's going to be on the opposite side here, too. Flying over the head of Ricky Castaneda. He goes back pretty far.
Got it.
He got it.
What a play. Hey, you see what you're getting next year? Ooh, boy.
Yeah, went back there and got that ball because that ball went over his head. He went back and picked it up.
The multi-sport athlete and Team USA blind soccer player also plays some pretty stout beat baseball, and there's a little bit about what you can expect there, Gateway Archer fans. 1 out.
Up next for the Philly Fire, Justin Rhines. Has an interesting headband. His headband has like some eyes on it. It almost looks like a Ninja Turtle type deal here, DB. I might have to steal that too. I don't know if my head will fit it though. I have a pretty big size head, so I don't know if I'll fit that either.
Hey, let's get Justin Rhines here. Let's get him.
That ball's gonna be popped up inside. Oh, that ball's gonna be fair.
Middle of the left side of the defense. Kraus.
No.
Did Kraus get him?
So no, he did not get him. What happened there is the ball was popped up and landed about 50, 60 feet range. Casey Kraus initially took a break back. So when he went back and he had to try to come back up.
Let's make a play on Ethan. Let's make a play on Ethan.
That's a tough play, but I thought for a second there that Casey was going to be able to make it.
Yeah, I think he would have made a play, and I think that little 10 feet he took back kind of cost him that play there.
17-13, still 1 out.
Again, you got Ethan Johnson coming up here.
Isabalu Trone, originally of Ethiopia.
That ball's going to be a squibber past the line. Casey Kraus comes up. It goes past him.
Oh.
What's the call there?
Ooh, that was ugly. Did he hit? He hit the base.
He almost missed it again. We're going to talk about these near miss bases to Ethan after this, but let's see what we got. Yeah.
Did we confirm the call there as safe? Let's see. We're going to wait and see what the call is here. He did call him safe. Okay.
Okay.
Third run of the
Jason,
inning.
was he safe? Safe? Yep, so he is safe there.
Third run of the inning, 14th of the game.
So almost made that a close play on by Casey Kraus there, but runner safe. Now you got Eric Rodriguez up here again.
And a 3-run game.
Spaces, please. Thank you.
Eric has not been retired yet.
That ball's popped, foul. Almost ran in, almost popped him and dropped on his head there. As he was running the foul territory.
One strike. Play.
Got one strike in the batter.
Foul.
Yeah, he fouled it back the other way this time. John almost had to protect the camera that time because that was coming back there.
Ain't my camera.
Graham Mathena, Live Events Texas, is producing this broadcast for us, assisted by John O. Fleming, the coach of the Austin Blackhawks, and coach of one of last year's All-Star teams, the one that didn't win, but played very well.
Ball's going to be shot down the right side. Ricky Castaneda stops it. He got it.
Nice play. Look at Ricky. Shut down defender makes 2 plays in the inning.
And that's a key one on, Eric Rodriguez. They needed that one. The kid, as you talked about, this is a big at bat here with Tanner Gears coming up.
Yeah, you'd like to see more than 3 if you're Team Red here, still trailing by 3. And Tanner Gears at the plate, but as you said, that's a monstrous defensive play to retire Eric Rodriguez. It's the first time he's been retired all day. We're only in the bottom of the second, but it feels like we've been here longer than that. We've got a lot of runs scored here. 17-14, bottom of the second, 2 outs. Big at-bat here, as Jason alluded to.
So let's see if Tanner can keep it going, or like I said, you turn it over to Jared with that sizable lead with more damage to get done. It may be a tough sledding here for Team Red. That ball's down, and Casey Krause is going to be at him. He has a chance. He has to play.
He got it. Casey Krause and Ricky Castaneda, 2 of the best. And look at the blue team fired up as they only give up 3 in the inning and make 3 defensive plays. And we will go to the third. 17-14, blue team grabs the lead.
There you go. Like I said, that's a big inning. Like I said, these big innings can happen either late in the game or in this case, early in the game.
After 2 innings, your new score, Team Blue 17, Team Red 14.
Yeah, like I said, that's a big inning. Like I said, 2 big outs there. You get Eric Rodriguez on one side by Ricky Castaneda. Then you get a guy who he's very familiar with in Tanner Gears there on Casey Krause. Those are big outs.
Blue team outscored the red team in that inning. Let's see, 13-3.
So, just from kind of hearing it and seeing it in groups, I would say, we talk about always fun things. Of course, the obvious, like best batter, best, the pitcher, MVP. Best chant of the year, the most recognizable chant, I believe, goes to the Tyler Tigers. Because I've heard so much, Texas in the heat wave, Tyler in the heat wave, by multiple players, not even Tyler Tigers players. So had to give them a shout out for creating that, and I think it's kind of picked up and got kind of catchy. They might have to make some T-shirts.
Well, there's a few interesting ones. Of course, the Boston Renegades always have some entertaining chants from their bench, and their whole bench gets involved. The Jets have been known to have a few. The Chicago Comets have been known to have a few, and it's really taken off. The West Coast Dogs, of course, they coined a few good ones when they were winning championships back in the late 2000s.
Yes, I was like, just always fun with the chants, and you're kind of building that chemistry and energy. But also fun to see when you have a group, like you said, we talk about the camaraderie. All-stars are not even a team picking it up. It's kind of cool to see and cool to listen to.
And, of course, the Indy Thunder have from the bat to the ball, which, if you've heard that before, it usually means you were about to go out and get beat in a game because they, for several years, they didn't lose very often. With the size of their roster, you could hear their chant echo all across the park when they were
Or even
playing.
if you have their coaches chant, if you have Darnell Booker's chant and pick it up and show, you can put that in a T-shirt too. One of the more are everywhere. I think those are the two things I know. We should we'll probably also make some T-shirts, some marketing for. I'm gonna turn it over to Flores here in a second. Let him know what's going on there. All right, here we go with Joe Fleet starting off here. Let's see if they can capitalize on that stellar defensive inning here.
Yeah, there's a window of opportunity open now for Jared and his
It's gonna be a
batters.
swing and a miss for strike one.
Yeah, you mentioned, of course, Richie Flores on hand, our public relations director, and Cassie Hopkins is also here tonight observing. She is the NBBA tournament director for the World Series.
That's a shot up the middle. That's going to be up to Zach. Zach's got it. He lays down, blocks off his body.
Got him.
He got him.
Defenses are starting now. We saw this last year too. Remember, we would see a lot of scoring early in the game, and then we would generally, gradually, as the game went on, see defenses start to warm up and make plays. Let's see if this is an indication that that's happening again. Now, 31 runs into this game by both sides. We're seeing plays being made, though. And Arambula's made a couple of them now.
Now you got David Smith here. They're checking back into the game. So that means he'll be subbing in for Cody Jeffries, I believe.
So now David Smith will be in the first spot in the batting order. He has had one at bat and struck out. I wouldn't expect that again.
Play. Strike.
DB. No, I was like, I thought it was coming. It's like, but that one doesn't go all the way back. Here we go, second pitch.
Strike.
I was going to say, I'm pretty vertically challenged, Jason, but I wasn't going to get under the table, I don't think, in time for that one.
If I would have got down there and got a DB, it would have been a while for you had another broadcast partner. I'd still be down there right now. That's going to be a pass ball.
No clean contact yet by D. Smith. Let's see if he can get him here.
Strike.
That ball's right over the bat, too.
Ball. 3 strikes.
There it is.
There it is. Shot down the right side. Down under his Axel Cox. And he is not going to get there. D. Smith's going to get there in time.
Important run there.
Need that to keep that going.
As that makes it 18-14. Stretches the lead back out to 4. Still one out here. Top of the third.
Now you got Mark Ivy up again.
Ivy's had it a little rough with his base running. See if he can get it together here.
They've kind of shifted their defense too. You have Axel Cox also on the red team. He's playing back there, deep spot, but finish that throw in the seconds. That ball's fouled back. So defensive switch there, but their defense has also shifted more to this right side. They're a little closer to the line now.
Sure, they're respecting these hitters that are hitting the right field. It's going there not only with his righties, some of his lefties too. He's making them pull it. Let's see what Ivy does here.
And sometimes you go, kid, this will be a pass ball. As I said.
And it is. Yeah, he kind of gives it away, doesn't he?
Yeah,
With the way he holds the bat.
I was like, I don't think he's going to swing at that one, but here we go. That ball, was it going to play straight up? You can kind of tell after a couple pitches where they're trying to go, what the game plan is here. And this one's going to be, he's trying to get Mark Ivy to pull the ball, but they're giving him a lot of space on that left side.
And this is the first game of the showcase. There'll be 2 more tomorrow, so you're going to see adjustments based on this game's tomorrow. Ooh, and a strikeout. Only the second strikeout of the game for Jared Woodard.
Now you're going to get another new batter for Team Blue here. John Marr just checks in the game.
John Margist, and the other member of the BSO Philly Fire. There's 4 of them here this year, and Margist was here last year and was outstanding. In fact, he was selected this year as one of last year's top performers. And he was just off the All-Star team at the World Series this year on offense, too.
Great on both sides of the field last year in this showcase.
Outstanding.
That ball is going to be lifted foul on the opposite side there. Even Casey Krause is fielding balls over on the bench now. So Johnny Miles, they affectionately call him, gets set back up. The box.
This is interesting here with 2 outs now because only 1 run has come in.
Yeah, that's what we talked about. If you're the red team, you got to respond with a good defensive showing of your own after that inning. And it looks like they have a chance to do so. You can swing the ball, swing the game back over in your favor going as a home team. In this inning, only trailing by 4. So that's another key at bat here early in this All-Star showcase. That's going to be a pass ball.
Interesting to note now that already here in the 3rd inning, the blue team has gotten 11 of their 13 players into this game.
That ball's going to be up the middle. It's going to be a play for Eric Rodriguez under him.
Missed it.
Oh, pass Ethan Johnson. Oh, no, pass, yeah.
Not only did he miss it, but he sort of gave a grunt instead of indicating to the players behind him which way it was going. Maybe a little lapse in communication there. You'd have liked to hear Eric yell something out when that ball got under him. I think it surprised him. I think he thought he was going to block that ball.
So, yeah, that what made that interesting, too, is Eric's covering a lot of ground because also for the red team, their left side only has 2 players. Eric Rodriguez and Mark Morris are carrying the lifting to Zach. Ramble is more shaded over to the dead center.
So they're definitely watching the center and right side of the field.
Yeah,
that's an adjustment they've made.
Yeah, Randy George in the normal spot there in the up front on the right side.
And he's made a play there already.
That ball's going to be on the right side by Dontre Hunt, a new batter. Axel Cox has a chance. It bounces off of him.
And Hunt scores. Wow, his first at-bat of the All-Star Showcase in his very first showcase. The Atlanta Chaos representative just in the game. Puts him on the board again. And now it's 19, so they've gotten, well, is that 19 or 20? Hold on. We're going to get a score check here.
I think it's 20.
I believe that's the 20th run. 3rd run of the inning, but they've gotten 2 now with 2 outs. And now the only player we haven't seen yet for the blue team on the roster is Darius Sterling.
Yep, here's Tyler Rodriguez up. Last time we said brother was able to record an out on him last time.
Interesting, when Tyler and Jared were teammates with the Indy Thunder, Tyler Rodriguez had the highest contact percentage of any Indy Thunder starter.
Well, there's contact, but that's going to be foul contact that time.
Hitting out of the 6th spot in that lineup. He didn't have the power that some of the other starters had, didn't have the speed that some of the other starters had, but he had the highest contact rate among any of those dynasty players, including Eric, his brother. And they used to have Eric lead off, and they'd have Tyler bat 6th, and they were pretty much bookends in that lineup. It was incredible. It was almost like having 2 leadoff hitters.
In this case, he's made the All-Star game both years in its existence.
With the Philly Fire, and led them to their highest finishes ever. They finished 4th place this year, finished 4th in 2022 as well, and that's a really good-looking team with the Philly Fire.
Definitely, a lot of great athletes.
Represented by 4 players here that are in their starting lineup, and
foul tip, and they're a young team too for the most part.
Could have had more. Scott Hogwood was just on the bubble. He was just off the list of selections this year, but he had an outstanding series.
That's going to be 2 strikes, pass ball there.
Full count here. Interesting to see now. This is a money pitch here.
Fouls a shot. It's gonna be up the middle. Pass at Rodriguez. Pass. Oh, off Mark Morris.
Wow, he managed to get it up the middle past all three of them.
Yeah, Zach Rambo came into the frame there, went under him, and then went to Mark Morris, but bounced off him, and that's a run scored.
Largest lead of the game now for Team Blue at 7. It's 21-14. Still 2 outs here. Looking for that elusive third out is the red defense.
Now you got Joe Fleeks up here. This is a critical out here, probably for the red team to get us in. You don't get him, you got D. Smith waiting in the wings back there, and it seems like him and Jared found some contact last time. So
yeah, this is one you've got to get, especially if he hits it on the ground. Fleeks is not the most fleet of foot, but he can really bang. So if he does give you a ground ball here, you got to be ready. They got to talk. They've got to cross over that middle, and somebody's got to cut it off.
Yeah,
look for Arambula to maybe have a chance to make a play on this one. See if I can predict that.
He's kind of shaded a little bit closer to that left side. So right now he's still playing kind of, I would say probably straight up the middle, because they're still respecting, that right side. You got Randy Johnson, Kyle Bohr is also in the game, but he's playing basically in the middle, but he's real close to the line.
And they know they've got Eric and Ethan over there who can cover a ton of ground, so they can afford.
Well, it's Eric and Mark.
I'm sorry,
there.
Eric and Mark, yeah. And Eric can cover a ton of ground, and Mark can come up if he needs to, so that's probably not a bad move.
This Fleeks takes a pass ball there.
On the ground.
That ball's on the ground towards Eric Rodriguez. Pass. No, he's still got a chance. Mark Morris has it. Oh, he is safe. Couldn't pick it up in time.
Boy, that's a play that's got to be made. And
that's what you said, the ground ball. You got the ground ball, but did not get the result of the out.
Door wide open now with David Smith coming up. The contact hasn't been great yet, but that could always change for D. Smith. One of the best around. 8-run lead now. Team Blue 5 in the inning after only giving up 3 on defense.
Quiet, Blue. Team Blue. Quiet, please. Faces, please. Thank you. Thank you. Play.
All right, and here we go.
Strike.
Balls is big cut there, swing and a miss.
David Smith also an integral part of the Texas Adaptive Play Initiative that has helped put on this great event now 2 years running.
Strike.
Well,
That's good.
Oh, you got it
well,
out.
I got a ball, but I didn't get a ball that was beeping.
Ball. Here, that's mine anyways.
You want it?
Oh, that's not
Okay.
mine. You're good.
So there's 2 strikes there. They're going to take a pass ball here. Kind of working the time. It's routinely this blue team has done. When they get to 2 strikes in the count, the batter is taking a pass ball each time. Now here we go.
And it's been effective.
As you said, now we got contact there. Foul tip back towards John O.
And
everybody's getting a chance to make plays back here.
I don't think that's an all-star showcase thing exclusively. We see that with the Indy Thunder a lot too. If they get to 2 strikes, Jared will have them take one. Now we're at a full count. Ooh, he struck out second time today, and that ends the inning. But 5 runs come to the plate, Jason. It is an 8-run spread now going to the bottom of the 3rd.
So now you got 22 to 14.
All right, defense, let's get some more now.
So now we got, oh, my fault.
As far as y'all batting, okay, go ahead. So you want to know. Okay, so
Heading to the bottom of the 3rd, your new score, Team Blue 22, Team Red 14.
right now,
I think we can probably just leave that mic on a little bit as long as I have it down there. We're not gonna.
Yeah. Now
That way we don't have to keep messing with it. folks, I'm doubling here as color commentator and PA announcer. Stick around after this game on a separate stream immediately following this game or shortly thereafter. We'll have the Home Run Derby competition, the first round of it. Meanwhile, we head to the bottom of the third. Team Red need to get back going. They scored 11 in the first and only 3 in the second, trailing by 8.
And now for them, starting off the inning, you'll have Mark Morris up.
Hey, T.Y., short right. T.Y., you're short right.
And they're going to move Tyler Rodriguez up to the short right field side, as you may have just heard.
So let's see
Jared
what
Woodard
he's
helping
playing.
direct.
Yeah, we got a bunch of defensive adjustments here, DB. So
Go ahead.
Darius Sterling's up here at shortstop. So we'll go from left to right. Darius Sterling up at shortstop on the left side. Joe Fleek's behind him. And then deep left, you're going to have David Smith. Right in the center, in the kind of right center up the middle is going to be Johnny Marges. Tyler Rodriguez, you heard, going up to short right. And in the back, you got Dontre Hunt for the Atlanta Chaos, rounding out the field in deep right.
So now the blue team has got every available player on their roster into this game. That's amazing. All 13 of them in the first 3 innings.
If you can do me a favor and tell me when you want.
Booker, of course, no stranger to having a big roster and a long bench and having to shuffle people in and out. And he's managed to get all of his players in the first 3 innings of this game. Not so much for Team Red. We've seen a few substitutions, but not many. Here's Morris.
Go! Strike!
That's going to be right over his bat for strike 1.
Go! Foul!
Ball's fouled back.
Fouled that away. Nestor Gonzalez of the New Jersey Titans, of course, the coach of the red team. And he put on a cookout for us last night back at the hotel that was off the chain. They say the man at the grill is king. Well, Coach Nestor was king last night.
He's hoping to be king out here tonight, too, for his team. So, 3. What was on the spread, DB? What you have last night?
Oh, man, we had chicken wings, we had burgers, hot dogs, potato salad. Ooh, and a strikeout of Mark Morris. You don't want to see that.
No, definitely not. With the red team, you got to get some runs here because you can't keep exchanging 2 runs and then giving Jared the opportunity to build in the lead.
No, having the last at bats is a good thing, and Fonzie has those with Team Red. But if there's too big of a spread, it's hard to catch up. And Jared doesn't tend to slow down as the game goes on. If anything, he gets more precise with, and they've of course been shuffling people in and out, so everybody's going to have plenty of energy and be rested here.
There's Zach and Rambo up there with the striker over the bat for strike 1.
They can use another big poke from Arambula. He's certainly capable of it.
Another ball, foul tip.
2 strikes! Play!
That ball's tails outside. Strike 3. As Fonzie, you can tell by his body language, knew that was going to be outside as he threw it. Fonzie steps back to the plate at the mound. That ball is a shot down the right side past Sterling. Over Fleeks. David Smith bounces off him, bounces right off his leg. That's going to go all the way to almost to the goal there. He's going to be safe.
That is clutch. That was a 3-strike pitch, and there hadn't been a whole lot of. There was 1 foul ball in there for Zach, but you wondered if they were going to be able to come through. That's a big pitch there to get them going. Now 22-15, 1 out in the bottom of the third.
So now here you go with another Jet help here. Axel Cox steps to the plate.
Zach and Axel have been sort of the, I don't know, however you want to say. You want to say Tim Duncan and David Robinson here in San Antonio?
Yeah.
You could want to go old school with me, John Stockton and Karl Malone? I mean, Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, how far are you going to want to go with it? That's what they've been to the Jets.
Who was paired with Havlicek? You want to go back?
Oh, man. Bob Cousy, maybe?
Yeah. So, here we go with Axel Cox with his first at bat. That ball's going to be up the middle, up the right side. Johnny Mott tries to dive. There's no one back there. That's going to be a run.
He's got to hit the base.
Yeah, I was say, hold on. I may have jinxed him there, but I was like, yeah. All I did was come back because
He got it and finished the play. I don't know. And again, these are a little bit different style bases. These are the bases that Fonzie's been working on, and so maybe it seems like first base may be giving people a little bit of trouble over there.
Yeah, because I think that's like probably one of the few. We've seen a lot of missed first bases, and I think guys are also coming up short too. It seems when they're even the guys who are diving towards the base.
So they may still be adjusting to the new sound, or like you said, there may be field conditions down there that's messing with it a little bit. It's not the wind, I can tell you that much.
No.
I played in this sport for 15 years, and I know that. I mean, there's strong wind that'll affect that, but it's not. That's not what we have tonight.
Oh, just got it from the base, a little bit of a shorter height as well.
Yep. Okay. That
So
makes
now we
sense.
got Kyle Bohr making his first at bat in the game too.
Right. Gateway Archer original.
That ball's gonna be opposite field. That's going to be fair.
Hey, that's all. Well,
Yeah.
another problem down at first base, and Bora scores anyway.
Right here.
Yeah, so the ball, so that made it real interesting because the ball was hit down the right field line,
Right here.
stayed, and it was pretty close to foul territory. Also, that's where the base was at. So you had the runner, the base, a defender, all in the same area. So that's why I think you got things a little kooky there. But none of us a run scored there. I mean, that ball rode the line, DB. That's why I was like, I think it's going to be foul, fair. Stayed fair.
So that is now 3 in with 1 out, making by my count 22-17.
That's correct. And you got E-Rod up here. E-Rod up here, bottom of the third.
That was a big play that Castaneda made on him last time. And you can hear the whoosh of his swing as he takes it. Eric packs about 170 pounds into that short frame, and I don't think he has an ounce of body fat on him.
I think all 170 pounds goes into that swing, too. Paperwork trying to fly away from this DB, but there's my put out for the day. I was able to catch and retrieve.
All the things. Hey, y'all tell defense.
22-17 as
Tell the defense so they know.
they try to climb back into this.
Okay, we're getting some sand in the mound.
All right,
DB,
couple minutes.
DB, as they do that, I'm going to go take a break. I'll be right back.
All right, now stay with you for a little while, folks, as my partner Jason Frazier takes a comfort break. I'll return that favor to him at some point.
Line is, Jason. We're trying to cover that line up so you can scoot closer. I'm just kidding.
Want to give a shout out to the Residence Inn and Suites, Alamo Heights at the airport here in San Antonio for putting up with us, and among other things, giving us a nice hot buffet breakfast this morning, which they'll have for us again tomorrow. They've been just fantastic now as the second year of our host hotel. And I know a couple of their staff had said that they were planning on tuning in on Facebook Live, and we hope you listen. And here we go. As we get back. Ooh, that's a late base, and nobody was ready. We'll do that over again. 22-17. 1 out, bottom of the third. On a beautiful night in San Antonio, and the Stars are out.
Right here, guys. Right here.
Got a piece of that ball. Looking to put it in play here. Eric Rodriguez. It's a shot, a 2 called by the spotter. Right field side. Run scores. Easy as pie for Eric Rodriguez. fourth run of the inning for the red team. And it's 22-18 here as we play in the bottom of the third. Still one out.
Ron Jordan's up.
Jordan, guys,
Now Ron Jordan of the Tyler Tigers. He was here last year. He got a selection based on his performance here last year as a top performer. He is a lefty. He has hit home runs. And this is first at bat for Ron Jordan of the Tyler Tigers.
Missed a little bit of action there, but
He just missed a run by Eric Rodriguez and a 2 to the right field side.
He hit a dribbler right up the middle that they would have gotten. He didn't get a base or nothing. Nobody was
Ready, guys?
everybody fell asleep at the wheel.
Well, I mean, even Jason wasn't ready. It was funny.
Ready.
Ron has that nice uppercut swing
Boy, he's scary when he gets that ball in the air.
from the left side, too.
One of the most powerful left-handed hitters I've seen. Reminds me maybe Frank Fazio, if people remember him. 3 strikes now.
Right here, guys, on your toes.
He was able to find 3-strike contact earlier in this inning.
Looks like he can't. He's hitting him outside every time. He's far outside. No, he's
Got a piece.
Got that one. I think he's finally. I think that's what he was working on. You gotta come. You gotta come a little bit more inside to Ron. He was pitching him way outside.
So we have seen 10 now of the 14 on the red roster.
That ball's a shot if it stays fair. It does.
It does. Good play. 1 for 1 for Ron Jordan.
Ron, he celebrates by a little swim down there at the first baseline.
Look at this now. 5 in the inning. It's a 3-run game. Still only 1 out. Here comes Fonzie and the red team.
Up next, Mark Morris. Like I said, that ball was hit sky high down that line. I said, if it stayed in there, I knew that was going to be trouble.
Still available on the Team Red bench. Both Comet players, Youngren and Schultz, also Caitlin Overshiner, the Sirens beatball represented, and Aaron Higbee.
I want to say Schultz is getting ready because I see him warming up on the line, so I think you may be seeing Richie Schultz.
They're starting to get their lefty sticks. That's what is interesting. They've got several lefty batters available on their bench. You just saw Jordan. Schultz is another one.
All right, Mark Morris, guys. Make a play, Mark Morris.
Mark struck out his last time up.
Throw the ball, Mark Morris now.
He scored a couple in this game.
They got a new ball. Fonzie working it out. Even though that's a ball he built, so still working it out. But here's Mark Morris, steps in the box. So far, the only out in this inning. So see if he can redeem himself here. That ball just snucks past Fancy's foot. That's gonna be a tough
Got to
play.
be played. Got to get up there though. Nope.
No.
Too fast. He's just too doggone fast. Let me tell you that.
Yeah, all you saw was I was like, when you're waiting back in the ball with Mark Morris, that's not going to be a good situation for you.
He can flat out fly.
And as you hear, we're on the heat wave here, I guess, DB.
Heat wave is on. 6 in the inning now. It's a 2-run game, and I'm going to confirm at the end of this half inning when we're at the halfway mark. I'm going to bug Katie off to my left, and we'll get you an official update. But it looks like 22-20 right now.
Yeah, I believe so. 'Cause I think that we're at 22-20.
All right, right here, guys. Get Zach.
Yakarambula now.
Get Zach right here.
That's gonna be a dribble. That's gonna be fair. That's gonna
Gotta get up there and
that's the
pick it up, but
distance.
he's quick.
Yep, and he's gonna be safe.
Oh, now they're getting them short. They're getting them with the short balls. The Thunder short defense needs to respond. Darius Sterling, that seemed like that would have been his play.
Yeah, it was Tyler. It was at the
Oh,
right
it was
side.
Tyler, okay.
Yep, right side. So it was going to be Tyler's ball if anyone's there. But I knew that ball, the grass has enough speed where you hit a ball or a dribbler that's about 30 feet, it's going to carry over that line. So those fielders have to be ready. They can't wait.
It's
Got to be moving.
1-run game, and right now we are well ahead of your over-under here.
Yep,
at 22-21.
And here's Axel Cox. Looking to tie the game here. That ball's going to be hit to Darius Sterling. Lays down. He should have. Yep, he should have that one.
You don't want to roll a ball right to Darius Sterling. That usually means you're out.
Oh, only thing we do have, I think Ron Jordan collided with Rose out there in the field while she was spotting.
Uh-oh. All right. Well, and you know, that's when you have players and spotters that haven't necessarily played together, and Ron's
take a break, Kyle.
Ron's a big guy, and let's.
One of the fielders ran into the spotter. They're running out.
We'll hope she's okay.
Looks like I think Rose she's on the knee. Ron's still down. That's
the concerns for Ron Jordan.
Yeah, Rose is. I'm gonna say Rose took some. She's hurt. That's not short, but yeah, Ron's still laying flat on the ground. He's now getting up with his forearm. He's on his knees, forearm. So that's a good sign there. But for a while he was pretty prone. Now looks like he's about to take it. Yep, he's up on his feet. So he's up.
So Ron's okay. Still
now
looking
we're
at
still
Rose.
checking on Rose.
You know, and sometimes it's just the shock of you're not expecting to run into something and you're wearing a blindfold and then you do. I remember the one time I ran into a veteran spotter. I lost that battle. I got up and asked if she was okay, and she said, "Yeah, are you all right?" She hadn't moved an inch.
Oh man,
spotters are tough, man. It's a tough sport.
You get caught so much watching the play, especially if it's behind you. Person's behind you.
You got to have your head on a swivel. Ask Jono here to our right. He's got some spotting experience.
Well, he's out there helping check. So
sure.
So yeah.
But
I think Rose is up now too. Looks both players up.
That's good.
I'm sorry, that was Joe Fleeks back there on that side.
Oh. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Jordan's on the red team. So that's Fleeks. You know, he's another big guy though.
Yeah, so yeah, he's holding the back of his neck as he comes. I think he's coming off.
Correction, folks. That was not Ron Jordan. That's Joe Fleeks.
Joe Fleeks is coming off. Looks like after that situation. Yeah, I know he's holding the back of his neck. So like I told you, it was kind of scary there because he was laying there and he wasn't moving. And I thought it looks like he had hit his head. So you can never tell in that situation if the person hit their head was, woozy or neck injury. So. Looks like he's good there.
That's tough. That out was recorded. It seemed like the out was recorded on the other side of the field, though. Let's see, who made that put out? Darius made that
Darius
put out.
Darius made the put out.
So that's the second out of the inning in what is still a one-run game.
Or maybe, yeah.
What's he doing running up to Darius's spot? She's right behind Darius. Like, that is unacceptable to you. That's why this is not a great idea.
That's the one downfall of having this sort of an all-star showcase event is if you get people that are not used to playing together and they're not used to playing a specific style of defense. But again, it is the spotter's job to keep their head on a swivel, right, Jono, and make sure.
The dude's coming right behind you. You can't see that. But there's no reason he should be coming right there. I mean, that's all there is.
That's coming from a coach.
Yeah. That's my opinion. He should not be coming right to Darius's back pocket on that play.
See, I feel like, DB, we got a whole broadcasting. Like ESPN, they have those little referee chime in. We got the coaches corner right here, too.
Right. When I started playing for the Jets, because it's different when you're playing on slower fields up in the Midwest with lots of grass. When I started playing for the Jets, the first thing Kevin Simpson got onto me about was zone discipline.
Mm-hmm.
On a play like that, Darius needs a little flexibility to back up a step or two on these fast fields.
Absolutely.
Right?
You like to,
I mean, that's a good point. In different conditions, maybe other teams play that way, but...
Yeah, sure. Up in Chicago, for example, we were taught to get into especially if you were in the back row, get into your guy's back pocket because it's not going to roll very far on the grass if it gets past. Here, you can't afford to do that.
That makes sense.
And...
So your change here is going to be D. Smith's going to move up to that middle left position Brandon Chester comes in the game playing deep left. Kyle Bora up to the plate.
Potential tying run here with 2 outs in the bottom of the third.
The ball's inside.
Now, Kyle Bora was a Charter Gateway Archer member, correct? He was there when you first.
One of the originals. One of the Archer captains.
His trajectory to the elite level of the league has just been amazing. I remember seeing him in 2020. And there's
that ball's up the center, past Sterling.
Somebody's got to back him up.
Foot. Oh. Yeah, he's gonna be safe.
He got there. We got a tie ball game.
Yeah, no, it's watching him from day one of being, with the team and rookie year winning defensive rookie honors and kind of always being that top defensive projector, even going from 125 bad in his first year to 714 in the second year, 6 something last year.
Right, and of course we didn't have a World Series in 2020, but we had local tournaments, and I believe that, as I recall, that's the first time I saw Kyle Bora, and I remember thinking that he was going to be good. How quickly they can develop, you never know. And you're right, by 2021 in Wichita, he was an all-star.
Yeah, no, he's been an all-star both years, and it's definitely one of the key catalysts for the teams. And talk about key catalysts, none other than the guy who's up on deck trying to give the red team the lead here, in Eric Rodriguez.
2 outs, deuces are wild. 2 outs, 22-22, and Erod at the plate. We still got a half a game to go, folks.
You've been covering the game for a long time, BB. When you talk about great players in this league, where does Eric Rodriguez rank all time?
Well, he's not done building his resume yet, but I would say right now he's locked for the Hall of Fame. And by the time he's done, he may be up there with another.
That ball's going to be in the direction of D. Sterling, off his body.
Ooh, nice play.
D. Smith, flipped it over himself in there.
Oh, they couldn't recover. That was a nice play, but they couldn't recover on it. To finish my thought on Eric Rodriguez real quick, there's another Eric whose first name isn't spelled the same, but Eric Mazariegas, who many consider to be the best ever. I think if Eric sticks around, he's going, and he will. He's only in his mid-20s. He will be up there as one of the handful of top players that we've ever seen play.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, being around as we talked about the formation of the Archers for a few years, my history doesn't go back as far as you, but just watch him. Definitely, I always say the best player. Unquestionably, every time he's in the field. Defensive, offensive. If you're building a beat ball player from top to bottom, you probably build Eric Rodriguez.
Play, Jordan. Here we go now.
And here's Ron Jordan up after his team just took the lead here.
23-22.
Sorry for giving you guys a false alarm about Ron Jordan's safety. He's okay, and he's up at the plate. Swinging away for Team Red.
Yeah, that was Joe Fleeks, and he's been replaced. I think he's going to be all right, but, you don't ever want to mess around when it's in head or neck or something like that.
One strike. Play.
Here's a tire lefty with that big swing. Big swing, has a lot of uppercut action to it. So when he hits the ball, you're getting a pop-up.
Nice response by the red team with 9 runs so far and counting here in the bottom of the third.
That ball yanked foul. This can go past the base. Luckily for the blue team, that's a foul ball because that's almost traveling to the other field. I think we have our first goal of the night. I think we finally got, nope, not quite. Still didn't get there.
And as we have just passed the 8 o'clock hour local time here in San Antonio, game has been going on for a couple of hours here, and we're still in the bottom of the third. But that's what happens when you got 45 runs combined scored.
Right here, guys. Let's get him. Go. Right.
That's strike 3.
Down to their last strike.
That ball goes outside.
Right here.
I said, yeah, with Ron, it's a swing. You got to be kind of center because you're outside. His swing is kind of short, compact to that right side or from that left side. That ball's popped up. It's going to drop. Jason Price doesn't make the play there, almost. But yeah.
Let's get him. To your right, Ron. To your right. To your right.
blue.
Jason
Got a call,
Price,
though, LJ.
resident of the state of Arkansas, not too far from Walmart's national headquarters, and this is his second year in a row doing this All-Star Showcase for us.
And here's Ron Jordan. He has 3 strikes.
Struck him out to end the inning, but a 9 spot on the board halfway through the game. We got a good one. 23-22, red team, blue team coming up. After
Oh, that's still on, I think. Yep.
After 3 innings complete, your new score, Team Red 23.
Red, 22 blue. And the blue team is going to bring some, they're going to make some substitutions here, bringing some of those guys who started the game, because I see Gerald Dykes with a bat in his hand. Looks like he's going to be coming up to the plate here.
Gerald got 1 at bat and then was subbed for after that by Mark Ivy. So it appears that perhaps he's going to maybe he'll take Ivy's spot back in the lineup, or we'll see. Dykes was the DH, as he often is.
No, he's lined up. Johnny Maugh's on deck here, but Gerald Dykes up to the plate.
I had it off. Just so you know. I'm kidding.
Jared throws a couple warm-up pitches, gets ready.
And of course,
Sorry, does the hotel have a printer?
I'm sure they do. We can find out for sure, but I bet you they do.
Quiet blue. Quiet blue.
So here's Gerald Dykes.
Gerald Dykes with over 100 runs scored in his career at the World Series, and he's only been playing since 2016. Won championships with the Indy Thunder his first 5 years in the league, and then stuck around through the rebuild and helped lead his team to 3rd last year, and they're going to be a force to be reckoned with in 2024.
That ball is yanked down the line. That's going to be a foul ball. That would have been interesting because you had Dykes running there, you had Eric Rodriguez running there too, but just snuck out in foul territory. Yeah, Thunder definitely have a team that, that made the addition of Aaron C. here, a big addition for them in the offseason.
They may have a problem next year with Zach Bueller, the goalball team, Team USA goalball, of which Bueller is a part, just qualified for the Paralympic Games in 2024 in Paris, which enhances the likelihood that Zach Bueller won't be available because he will be training and or competing in the Paralympics.
Yep. Pass ball there, so like I said, kind of bittersweet for the Thunder. You cheer for your teammate to make it to a big moment, but you may not have them. Ball's outside.
And that's why he
3.
couldn't be here despite his selection to this All-Star Showcase, Zach Bueller, because they were playing the Pan American Games down in, I believe, Chile, I want to say.
Yeah, congratulations to that team on qualifying.
They finished 2nd behind Brazil.
That's going to be another. That's going to be in the direction of Eric Rodriguez again. He's going to be on it. Yeah,
Sure.
he's out.
Sure-handed Eric Rodriguez. That's what we were talking about before. 3-time defending league defensive most valuable player, Eric Rodriguez. He's won 7 championships, and in 2 different local tournaments, he's had perfect weekends.
You see, also, Red Team made a defensive substitution here. I see Randy George is back in the game, up in that front right spot. So I think right now, if you're the Red Team, defense is going to be at a premium right now. You're trying to not necessarily hold this lead. That's hard to do. But I would say keep so much damage going so you can get that hammer again on the bottom of the inning and build upon the lead that you have right now.
It's an important out, though, to retire Dykes to start the inning. That's a big one.
Here's Johnny Maugh. That ball's going to be in the direction of Eric Rodriguez. Yeah, you might want to stop hitting it there.
Yeah, that's not a good idea. Rolling the ball out to Eric Rodriguez. rolling the ball out onto his counterpart on the other side, and somebody like Darius Sterling, that usually means you're out.
Yeah.
Back-to-back putouts by the reigning MVP.
So here you go. You got Dontre Hunt coming up here. You went 2 up, 2 down.
Important at bat, and only his second of the game for the Atlanta Chaos representative.
Nestor's spotting too, not Lisa. I just noticed it.
Yeah, I just noticed that too. Yeah, so even spotting, I think Nestor's now spotting.
Oh, that's interesting. I wonder why Lisa had to come out
So,
after just 3 innings. So Nestor is in there spotting for the red team. 2 up and 2 out.
Randy, you know, because that's his spot.
so Jono making a good point here. You know, with Randy coming back in, like I said, you know, these games, as every All-Star game gets, you start into clutch situations. You want to go with their players.
Sure.
Here we go with Dontre. Oh, that's a bomb there, but that's
Just foul. Whoa, straighten that one out.
So you have, you know, Nestor spotting behind Randy, one of his players. So I said, you start getting to clutch time. You know, you want to get everybody in the game, but you start seeing the, you know, people going with the players they trust the most.
Well,
These clutch innings.
Sure, and they are teammates. That's his player, of course, with the New Jersey Titans, who finished 7th after taking a year off from the World Series. They had a pretty impressive run in Norman, Oklahoma.
And here's a guy, Dontre Hunt, his first All-Star game. Had a really under-the-radar season, you know, like hitting over 700.
He did, and he was the last at-large selection to the All-Star Showcase.
I know when the Archers played the Chaos in the World Series, we did not get him out. He made 2 solid defensive plays in the rover position in that game, so pretty good all-around player.
He's got a run to his name already here. They need this.
So that's another strike here. So
1 strike away from a 3 up, 3 down inning. Is that possible? Let's see what happens here. Struck him out. 3 up, 3 down, and look at the red team fired up now. They lead by a run, and they're coming to bat in the bottom of the 4th.
man, that's
Oh my!
critical there for the red team. 3 up, 3 down.
That is a 3 up, 3 down inning for the red team. The score as we go to the bottom of the 4th remains red team 23, blue team 22.
The red team still, we have not seen Rich Schultz, Dustin Youngren, Caitlin Overshiner, and Aaron Higbee. The blue team has already gotten all of their players in, and in fact have started to re-enter a couple of them. Of course, there is a re-entry rule in beat baseball. You have to be out for 6 defensive outs, 6 total outs.
So right now you got Mark Morris coming up. I think he's led off the last couple innings too. So I think it's the 3rd inning in a row Mark Morris has led off here.
One run game, and it sounds like that this is going to be treated as a defensive timeout. I think I just heard Jason Price, our head umpire, over at the table.
Because the blue team is on the sideline huddling up, and they know this is a key inning. You gotta be ready here. Seeing if we made any substitutions, because I see Ricky Castaneda going back out. He was on the bench for a while, but he's going back out.
See, they're trying to get some shutdown defenders in here now. Ricky's coming in for Dontre. Ricky made 2 big plays earlier, including one on Eric Rodriguez, remember.
And then you're shifting. David Smith was also shifting over, and kind of some familiarity there. We talk about familiar roles. He's going to be behind Ricky Castaneda in that middle spot on the right side.
Okay, and that was that setup that the Jets had. That was served them so well at the World Series.
Well, no, he's actually going to be the rover on that side.
They're going to put somebody in between?
I know. Johnny Maz in the middle there. The other side, you got Darius Sterling. I keep getting sidetracked because Tyler Rodriguez is for some reason wearing, I think, Jared or somebody's jersey because it says Woodard on the back. But he's going out there in the middle on the left side, and behind him will be Brandon Chesser in deep left.
So also some familiarity between Darius and Brandon Chesser, short and deep there, as they've played several years together, including a championship season with the Austin Blackhawks.
Is this bottom of the fourth, Justin?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So we're in the bottom of the fourth here,
Bottom
DB.
of the fourth, and one-run game here. Here we go again, Jason. You know, we were in this same spot last year and saw a couple of these.
My over-under is not looking so good anymore, DB.
Not anymore.
We got some defense now, so I think we're getting to that 75. Good thing I didn't place that bet in Vegas. Here's Mark Morris up for Team Red.
He's been in since the beginning.
Go! Strike! Let's get him. He's right there. Be ready, Darius. Ricky, be ready to make a play.
Now, as the home team, you're looking for some separation now if you're the Red squad.
Strike!
That ball is going to be pitched outside. So Mark was a little off balance in that swing there.
Right here, guys. Let's go.
That ball's a dribbler, but that's going to be trouble because it's Mark Morris.
His foot race is on.
Sterling got it.
Got him. Bang, bang, and Sterling wins it. Gunned him.
Yeah, it's a big difference there in that play. Last time it was a play where similar ball there. Kind of Sterling waited back last time. This time he was aggressive when he made the charge and was able to make that play.
That's what I'm talking about. 2-3.
Darius looking very good, as he did last year at this showcase event. If any short player knows how to play on these fields, it would be Darius.
He gave the most putouts in this event last year, am I correct?
I believe he did. I believe he was first. Yeah, Kyle Bora had quite a few too, but I think Darius had the most.
And he made a couple defensive All-Star teams this year. I
Sure.
think defensive MVPs in tournaments
MVP
this
at
year.
one, yep, absolutely.
So yeah, pretty good defensive year for him all around. Up next, Zach Ramble. That ball is going to be outside. Foul back to the right side.
Well, and not only defensively, but Darius Sterling moved up this year with some of the changes to the Austin Blackhawks personnel. He was leading off for them for a while this year.
That's a shot by Zach Ramble.
Look out! That's going to be hard.
Bounced right in front of Ty Rodriguez. He's out.
What a play!
Almost a double play there, DB.
Oh
If he didn't
my! Was that Tyler?
Yeah.
TY with a play. It doesn't matter what jersey he's wearing. That got Jared out of his seat, too. On a huge play by Tyler Rodriguez. And that's what I'm saying. You know, for so many years with the Thunder, even as solid as he was, let's face it, he was playing in the shadow of his older brother. He's a younger brother, Eric Rodriguez. He was playing behind him as his wingman. He was batting sixth in the lineup. Now, he's his own. He's really developed his own sort of legacy.
I just like the demeanor.
play.
Now he went back after he made the play. His hands are just in his pocket, so chill. Like, what else did you expect? So now,
TY's fly, man. Maybe even a little too fly sometime, but he's a fly guy, man.
still got to go investigate those cleats are a size 14. I still haven't forgot about that DB.
How about style points for that? 2 outs now.
So here we go with Axel Cox up for the member of the Jets.
Boy, two putouts here in a tight game.
That's going to be foul. So you're trying to look here like we talked about the last inning, 1, 2, 3. The red team was able to put out the blue team, or the blue team was able to get out the red team 1, 2, 3. I know, sorry, because Axel was in the blue jersey, so I got my jerseys mixed up.
What defensive play of the game so far, though? Tyler Rodriguez on Zach Arambula.
Yeah, so
My
but now,
goodness gracious.
Axel up here, trying to avoid the same fate.
No kidding.
That's going to be a shot, too. That's going to be in Tyler Rodriguez's direction as well. And he's going to make that play as well.
Whoa! Tyler Rodriguez steps up and gets the last 2 putouts of the inning, and they answer the 3 up, 3 down. Jason, wow. A scoreless 4th inning. Can you believe it?
Saying he's not the only, there's not only one Rodriguez that can play defense out here.
A 3 up, 3 down inning for Team Blue. And at the end of 4, the score remains Team Red 23, Team Blue 22.
Crowd is loving it. We've got a big showing here.
Yeah, so that was 2 impressive plays there. Made that a little bit more interesting than the last one, but still stuck with it.
1-run game as we go to the 5th. red team will have the last at bat. So if you're Jared now, you want to make it hurt.
So here we go. So we are going to have a substitution here. I see Dustin Youngren is in the game.
All right, we're going to get our first look at Youngren.
He's going to be playing deep right over here. See if there's any other changes. No, looks like we're going to stay the same everywhere else. So your one change is Randy George is out of the game. I think he came in for Youngren. So Kyle Bora is now playing front right up there.
Okay, and that's a position where, of course, as you know, he has a lot of familiarity and experience. As you see both coaches, again, like you said, they're trying to put shutdown defenders now in positions where they know they can make plays. And it's working.
Yeah, now so let's go over the red team's defense so we can kind of recap and reset here. Is you got Eric Rodriguez up front in his normal spot in short left. Behind him is Mark Morris in deep left. Going over and basically in center field right now is Zach Rambler. On the other side, now you got Kyle Bora up front right. Dustin Youngren behind him. Two guys who start off rookies in the same class there. In the middle right side, and then in the very back, Axel Cox. And, you know, we talked about right after that inning, usually if you make two defensive plays, what do you want to do?
You want to lead off the inning now.
Yep, and here's Tyler.
Here's Tyler with a chance to tie it up.
Bases, please. Hold on a minute.
Yeah, top 5, 23-22 here in San Antonio, Texas. So everybody's getting set at the plate. A little conversation there between.
So again, after this game started out as an offensive slugfest, it is now the defenses have woke up. And it's become one of those knockdown, drag-out type of games. 6 outs available left for each side here, and we got a one-run affair.
Like I said, every year I watch the NBA All-Star game. First 3 quarters just offensive outputs, and then the fourth, everybody plays defense. It's kind of the same situation here. Here we go. Rodriguez will foul that one off to the right side. Jason Price will go over and retrieve that. Tosses the ball back to Jared Woodard as Booker goes to go retrieve Tyler Rodriguez from down the line. Sets him back up in the box.
What a phenomenal play. That'll be on the highlights of this game. I guarantee you that play that Tyler made on Zach Aramula.
That was a shot, too. There's a shot by Tyler. Over the head of Kyle Bora. Over the head of Axel Cox had a chance. Got past his outstretched arms, and that's going to be a run.
You see what he did with Tyler is the very first ball, they test out the new guy in the game, Dustin Youngren over there, hit it over toward his direction. That's not an accident.
Oh, yeah.
And he jump kicks the base.
I said Tyler Rodriguez making a beat and a big difference maker here in the latter part of this game here.
And you know Tyler, and he just tied the game, and you know Tyler used to be, and early in his career, a dead pull hitter. I mean, you could play, 20 feet, play your defense 20 feet off the left field line, and you'd have a good chance because he always pulled it over there. He's become a sprayer too.
Well, as Tyler ties the game, he'll look for his BSL Philly Fire teammate Casey Krause to give the blue team the lead. Pass ball, as he traditionally does, as we've kind of now figured that out, DB.
And they were dynamic, Tyler and Casey. Tyler and Casey played on opposite short spots for the Philly Fire, and they were dynamic for them.
That ball was a shot in the direction of Dustin Youngren. He's not going to get there. That ball is pretty
past
much
everybody.
gone.
Good play, good hit.
That is in the other field, like on to the soccer field.
Yeah, that young guy can play, man. And Casey is just getting started. He's going to be in his 3rd full season in the league coming up here in 2024, and he's already among the best.
And I remember going to this game last year. We were looking at stats, and we looked at, Casey Krause only had 2 at-bats. It was a minimal number of bats in the 22 World Series. And I'm like, why is that? And now I found out he was hurt.
Yeah, he had a thumb injury.
And then you saw him here last year, and he had some shots. I'm like, man, if he hits like that, and sure enough, he hit like that in the World Series.
He hit like that all year. He was the top hitter at the Beast of the East tournament out there, and he hit well at the Indy Thunder tournament every time we see him.
There's another guy who hit well, Cody Jeffries up.
Team Blue back on top.
That's a shot up the middle, and Zach had a chance, but not good. He had to make a miraculous play there. It bounced right. He was still standing when the ball bounced over his shoulder.
That just sounded like a solid beat ball hit, like he got him right on the sweet spot with that.
Yeah, like I said, not much he was going to be able to do about that.
3 in a row in now for Team Blue to start out the top of the 5th as they open up a 25-23 lead.
And here's the thing that's also, we talk about, you make your defensive substitutions. These are 3 balls that were hit. There were no doubters pretty much off the bat. And so you also look at your offense. When you got the pitcher has batters that are very comfortable with. You see Casey Krause, top offensive players. Tyler Rodriguez, someone that Jared's familiar with. Now you got Gerald Dicus up here. So you're also seeing some offensive decisions being made too.
And these were all players that Jared pitched to at the All-Star event, as I recall last year, when you talk about Tyler and Casey and Justin. And now Gerald Dicus, who was not on his team last year, but who he pitches to. For the last game he was, I think. For the last game he was. But you're right, you had him for the first 2.
But you're right, the last game was Texas versus the
Yeah,
rest.
yes it was.
That was a cool game. That was a fun game.
It was a cool game for everybody but the scorekeeper, because there was so many swapping of jerseys and stuff. And,
it's me and DB are separating the coaches from last year's game with Mike Curtis on one side of DB base flipping and John.
Isn't that interesting? Yep, Mike Curtis is off to my left. He was the Team Red coach last year, and Jono to your right.
We're keeping them. There's still some bad blood there, so we got to keep them separated tonight, DB.
There's no bad.
I saw Jono try to dive over the table. I had to stop him, but no.
Here's Dicus, and no laughing matter for Team Red now, as 3 straight in for the blue team.
Foul tip. Foul tip.
One strike. Play.
Got Gerald Dicus up. That's another foul tip, so they're on it.
We appreciate everybody tuning in tonight, wherever you are around the world, on the NBBA PR page. If you're in Texas, you're missing the UIL playoffs tonight. So am I. I'm sorry about that.
Pass ball there.
That's what I would be doing if I wasn't here, is watching some UIL football. Illinois is over with now for the season.
Oh, there's going to be a foul ball on the left side as Jared goes to retrieve it. So we got 3 strikes here.
There's another money pitch here. Woodard and Dicus.
One ball, 3 strikes. Play.
Ooh, he's gone.
Strike out there.
That's shocking. And now let's see if the red team defense can capitalize and shut the door here. That's a gift. Still a 2-run game, 1 out.
With Justin Holland coming up here. They had a hard time getting him out. He came out for a couple innings, now back in. I said, seeing what he can do here. But yeah, you definitely don't expect a strikeout in this game with Dicus and Jared being the combination. That's a shot down the middle. That's smoked.
It's going to go split the defense.
Oh!
What a play. No, it didn't.
Not quite. Oh!
Boy, who cut that ball off?
Zach
Arambula returns the favor. You know, he's been struck twice by good plays by the blue team, and now he gets one of his own.
What an outstanding play there.
That's why it's an all-star showcase, folks. I thought that ball was going to get by all of them. I forgot my trusty play-by-play here had said they had moved Zach over toward the middle a little bit, and it paid off. What a play.
Man,
That was who did he retire there? Holland.
Yeah.
So Dykes and Holland back to back.
Yeah. So you look at that, like we talked about Tyler Rodriguez changing the dynamic of the last inning. That play may just change the dynamic of this inning.
Cow.
Is now you got Ricky Castaneda with his first at bat in this game.
First at bat. He came in as a defensive replacement.
On it.
So this is where you got to worry about speed here if you're the red team.
Absolutely. And how many times did we see Castaneda come through at the World Series with either 2 outs or in a close game?
Traditionally in that 6th spot for the Jets too. So these guys bringing up the, trying to turn the lineup back over.
I think Ricky was on y'all's team last year, right, Mike?
Yeah, I remember Castaneda being on red team until the last game, and then you got him.
Oh, that ball's fouled back.
Ricky, a native of Texas, hails from the Metroplex area, as I recall, the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Ironically, lives like 11 miles from my mom, DB. Didn't realize it. That ball was shot on the right side. He hit it to Kyle Bohr right past him. That's going to be past Younger and past Axel Cox. Castaneda with the run scored.
Another 2-out run there. Ricky Castaneda, boy, is he clutch. The Archers are just, the fans have got to be just salivating over what they're going to see in their roster next year up there in the Gateway area.
Yeah, you definitely got some great players coming in and great players that,
You now have depth. You've got solid starters, and it looks like all the pieces now to be a formidable team and absolutely a contender.
And definitely that acquisition of speed, as we just talked about there. Another key element, too.
Speed kills in this sport. Now it's a 3-run game with 2 outs. 26-23.
And here's Ty Rodriguez back up again.
He started all this drama.
That's a shot. That's high in the air. Over his brother's head. He's good. But unfortunately.
Picked him!
Yeah, but unfortunately for him, in that same household, his brother will go back and go get those balls.
Whoa! Eric gets Tyler for the 2nd time today. They've got a little bit of a sibling rivalry going on. That will end the inning. 4 in for the blue team.
And as they go up by 3, I believe.
As we head to the bottom of the 5th inning, the score is now Team Blue 26, Team Red 23.
So here we go, bottom of the 5th. Kyle Bohr is going to be your first batter up for the red team. I think Nestor Gonzalez just came over. I'm pretty sure some substitutions being made.
He's got 3 players that we haven't seen. There's no requirement that every player get in every game, but the blue team has gotten all of theirs in now, and they have flexibility now to kind of they're getting their closers in. And Red firing it up. They know we're getting late here. We're getting late in the game. Bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, so here we go. Like I said, see who's on the heat wave tonight. So that's what we got.
26-23. So we're a good distance away from that 75.
So let's see what this defensive line looks like. Because like I said, this is where it becomes interesting. Like I said, defensive alignments and who's in there becomes key. So right now, Casey Krause is back up front for blue on the left side. You got Dave Sterling on the right side up front for the team blue. Ricky Castaneda is out there, so it looks like he's going to a different spot. Let's see where they put him at. Looks like he is going. He's going to go in the middle side and that left side. So Tyler's going to be playing. Looks like Tyler Rodriguez. Rose is calling him back. He's putting way deep on that left side. So on your left side, you got Casey Krause, Ricky Castaneda, Ty Rodriguez. On the other side, you got Dave Sterling, Cody Jeffries up the middle. And then in the very back, you got Justin Holland back there.
So they have put some of their best defenders now back on the field. You don't often see Ricky playing in that left wing or that mid-left position. But how about that formidable left side now, front to back? My goodness.
So Kyle Bohr up. So that's a strike. Ball just went a little bit outside there.
3-run game, 26-23 as we start the bottom of the 5th.
Ball's a little low there. There. First one's outside, second one low. Let's see if they can connect here on this third pitch. Still a little low there.
And again, we've got 2 more of these games coming up scheduled for tomorrow. Stick around after this game, time permitting, you'll see some home run derby action.
Ooh. That ball's gonna be over the middle on the right side. Sterling charges hard at it. Kyle Boer's he better pick it up.
Got it, barely.
Oh.
Yeah, baby.
Bang, bang play, and he gave it to the fielder. Jason, you seem a little bit questioning on that one.
Fonzie's questioning it, but I don't know who you're gonna check with.
Nestor charged the field too.
Yeah, that was. That's gonna be a close one. I don't know who he's checking with, but like it's.
He's got a field umpire back there.
Who does he have back there?
Playing field umpires.
Okay.
Whoever it is, I didn't give him any credit. But...
I know it's one of the Simpson.
Okay, Jordan or Cameron.
Yeah.
Way to be aggressive, Darius.
Yeah, but Sterling came up in the play as aggressive as he needed to be. But it was close. Yeah, that was probably one of their closest plays of tonight's game, and a key one, too. So let's see what we get.
I wonder if they dragged that call for him, indicating that he needed to get that first step and get on his horse.
Molly's real good at that.
And that was Molly's call, so I'll bet she did, and that probably helped lead him to the ball because he's her player, and she is his spotter.
Yeah, so this is going to be a close one. Let's see. We still have the discussion between the field umpires. And
I think if in doubt, stick with the call.
Yeah, they are. They're going to stick with it.
Absolutely. Tie. And there's, maybe there's no true tie. I'm a believer of that. But if it's too close for the umpire to call, you're usually it's going to go to the fielder in this sport, unlike traditional baseball.
Yeah, and especially.
Out.
He's out.
Yeah, especially in that one. If it's too close, you definitely can't overturn it either. You can't get a.
So Darius Sterling, Ricky Castaneda, Tyler Rodriguez. We're seeing some of the best defenders making big plays now. One out, still a 3-run lead.
Like I said, a key play is you score that run, you go in with no outs and you bring up Eric Rodriguez. But now you got 1 out, and you right up hoping to.
And don't think Tyler's not out there licking his chops, thinking, I dare you to hit one over to me. Eric's got him twice.
Well, he's going to hit it to Casey Krause, and that's going to be... too slow.
Wow, where was Casey? I'm surprised.
He was out.
Man.
Wow, you wonder if that was a makeup call there a little bit.
Oh, man.
Whoa.
It was hit right to him. He laid down. If he would have picked it up clean, he was out. He was dead to rights. But bobbled it a little bit and gave him a chance to get there. You can't not do that when you have Eric Rodriguez running.
Bang, bang, and it's 26-24 now. Still 1 out.
Now you got Jordan up.
Now you get the lefty up here.
They've had a little bit. They connected in that first one, in that last pitch, but they had a little trouble connecting. Like I said, Ron Jordan's swing, you haven't seen it. He's a lefty. Has a big uppercut. He's basically, when he's before the pitch, he's basically looking at us, DB. He basically fully turned.
Yeah, it's a tough swing to hit, but when you hit it on top of the bat, the ball just goes up forever.
Yeah, you got to get him in a little bit inside.
Like that,
one's up the elevator.
just like that.
And
the foul. It's a very high risk, high reward type of a swing.
The lights got run.
Yeah, that ball's popped up. LJ tried to get it, but couldn't quite get there.
Man, we were going to have that on film, too. We were going to have that on film, too.
Just because when you see some of these swings back from you start looking at them, you're like, man, it's a tough one to give you the first time you're looking at it.
And I'm a big believer of teaching a good fundamental swing, but there are others that say, hey, whatever's comfortable for him in beat ball, let him do it.
That ball, like that, when he's comfortable, right over the head of.
There's the high reward part.
Yep. That's
He missed
the base. Oh,
base, and he recovered.
Oh my goodness! And Justin Howland, that ball was almost in the other field, and Justin Howland was still going for it.
That is why you never, ever, as a deep defender, ever give up on a ball, and he didn't. He stayed vigilant because there's really nobody else. I mean, you're the last line of defense back there, and you may think it's gotten by you and he's going to score. Then the next thing you know, he misses the base or he falls. So you never want to give up on a play. Good job by Howland sticking with it, but Jordan scores anyway. We've got a one-run game again.
And that was a shot. I mean, we talk about that high risk, high reward. That's a high reward right there.
And he came in on him. You could tell, I think, by the way it came off his bat. You're absolutely right. The way to hit that swing is to get a little bit inside on.
So here's Mark Morris up.
Morris doesn't seem like he's sat down yet this game.
No, I don't think he has.
He's the tying run now as we play with one out in the bottom of the fifth. On the ground, he's going to have to run. Nope, foul ball.
Yeah, so it's a slow one on the ground. It will be a foul ball. Yeah, Mark Morris is hard to take out of a game, and I'm speaking from, experience because such a difference maker on both sides of the field. You have him from the offensive side hitting .727, I believe, this year at the World Series. And defensive playing multiple positions, made over 20 putouts.
I am
mostly
surprised.
Playing in a rover spot.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Now, that said, though, I am surprised we haven't seen Rich Schultz in this game yet. He performed very well last year. He's a veteran. He's a lefty. And he can play some defense. So
well,
the other two on the bench there are rookies. So maybe you're not a little bit as surprised by that. But
that ball's going to be able to play. Well, you might be saving Schultz because he's Mr. Walk-Off.
And
so
that's true. Yeah, you may be using him to close.
Might be saving him for that walk-off specialty. That ball's going to be up the middle. Solid hit. Off the ankle of Casey Krause. Goes over. Off the foot of Ricky Castaneda.
You only get one chance with Mark.
Yeah, I know we're playing soccer, but it went off a lot of feet there. We're in the soccer field, but yeah, that's a run score from Mark Morris.
And that ties the game. I'm being asked for a Washington-Oregon update. I wish somebody would give me that update there because I've kind of got my hands full over there. So Mark Ivy can check. And looks like we've got a tie game, though, here now. Is that right, Katie? 26 aside? Yes.
Washington's up 20-10, and 9 seconds left in the first half.
All right.
20-10.
And I don't know that anybody on this live stream cares. Mark Ivy apparently does over there.
But if you do, 20-10.
20-10. I mean, look, roll Tide, but it's going to take more than just that Oregon-Washington game. There's going to be some things that are going to have to happen tomorrow.
But if you tuned in here, you got 26-26.
Yep.
Zach Rambler up here to try to give his team the lead.
One out, bottom of the fifth here. We're playing 6 innings, as far as we know. This game has already exceeded the expected time, but here we are.
Need
We're setting the field.
a couple shots there, those last couple by. Even that ball hit by Mark Morris was a nice hit liner. That's why it went off an ankle, foot. It was going through the end. It was going through the field. That ball's popped up. That's gonna be a foul ball.
They're right on it though, and that's where he wants it. He wants it on the top of his bat.
Go with Fonzie. It's one strike. Fonzie steps back to the mound. Puts the ball. That ball's up there, but that's going to be foul too. That was a high one.
Yeah, he's all over the top of his bat. That's the right idea. They just got to straighten it out now. Zach got robbed by Tyler Rodriguez his last time up.
See 2 strikes here. Batter and the pitcher set back up. That ball's hit the middle, clears everyone back there. Tyler's gonna have to run a good distance to get that one, but he's not gonna make it safe.
Ripped it right through the defense, and that will give Team Red the lead back as we go back and forth here. 27-26. still only one out, and now if you're Fonzie, you want to add as many as possible, and maybe if your defense steps up, you don't have to bat in the bottom of the sixth.
Now you got Axel Cox coming up here. See if he can get on the board. It looks like they're going to make a substitution here. I see
Rich Schultz coming in for, I believe, Dustin Youngren, maybe.
Yeah, and you got Ethan Johnston in the batter's box on the on-deck circle coming back in.
Okay. Axel Cox now.
That ball's up the middle. Casey Krause dives, but hits off Jeffries. Oh, no, he's there. Now the red team goes up by 2 runs there.
That was a ground ball there, and you know, Casey might have got down a little too early. One more step, and maybe he gets that. He cuts it off, but
went past him, went off Cody Jeffries, and you had Ricky Castaneda even made it all the way over there to put himself in the opportunity to get it too, but no one could get there. And nonetheless, another run for the red team, 28-26 here, DB.
Yep, and now it's about getting insurance runs, getting some runs in your pocket, because you know Jared's still got 3 outs to work with here.
You got Ethan Johnson. I think he hasn't been recorded an out in this game. I think he's been safe every time he's been up. He's been out for a while.
He's been out for a while. I think he's had 2 or 3 at bats.
That ball's a solid shot on the right side, over the head. Justin Howard has a chance.
He got
did not get there.
No, he did not get there.
Ethan Johnson with another run. That's another opposite field hit too.
And so you're seeing the red team start to step up now and get some separation here. Is it 29-26 now?
Yep, 29-26. Ethan came in for Kyle Bohr because he was in that 6th spot, because now you got Eric Rodriguez back up.
That's a big run there for Ethan, for this red team.
Fonzie gets ready. Does this little boxer, I call it the boxer bounce around as he gets ready to set up the pitch. Wipes off the ball. That ball goes back. Jono saving the camera equipment and retrieving the ball at the same time. Oh, man.
That's crushed.
Just right in front of the home run line. Right in front of that line.
No doubter for the pound-for-pound consensus best player in the league right now, and that's the 30th run, so red is the first team to 30. It's now 30-26.
My whole over-under, we still got a chance.
Still got a chance.
Got a fighting chance. As Ron Jordan comes back in.
Still only 1 out in this inning. Now you're getting to the point where the blue team now starts thinking, we need to get an out here. We need to start recording outs. You don't want to make it too hard on yourselves in the top of the 6th.
No, you do not. Because, of course, we can't say who's even coming up because it's so hard with all the substitutions in this game.
Yeah, we don't know yet. We'll find out when they come up.
It's like, who's due up? But right now, due up for the red team is Ron Jordan. He had a shot last time. I feel like Fonzie's being able, like we talked about last time, being able to find that bat a little bit better for Ron Jordan. And they get more comfortable, more familiar.
Well, it didn't take Fonzie long to settle in his first showcase game.
That's a foul tip.
Too early. Just relax, Ron.
That's going to be a strike. That's going to be pitched outside, a little bit over the bat too as well. They're trying to clear out the ball there.
Let's go. Let's get Jordan here. There we go now.
Let's go, baby.
Ready to go.
That's gonna be yanked, but that's gonna be a fair ball.
Oh, you know
D.
what? This should be a play.
D. Sterling's on it.
Yeah.
That's gonna be an out.
That's one of those when you hit that, if you're Ron Jordan, you're hoping it doesn't make it over the 40-foot line, but it did. I mean, that's not the ball that he's typically going to want to try to score on. Sterling puts it out, 30-26. Darius has made an impact since he was the last blue team player to come into this game, but he's made an impact since he's been in it.
The caliber of front guys up here, you hit a grounder up here today. I mean, you have a chance, but it's almost safe. You can almost turn around and walk back.
Help him out, Nestor.
One more out now. The blue team looking for to get back in and hit. It's 30-26, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th.
We got Mark Morris up again. It's the only player I think in this game who's played every inning. Maybe him and Zach and Rambo.
Well, I don't know that Eric's been out yet.
Yeah, him. I think Zach, Eric, and Mark have played every inning of this game so far, I believe. I think they're the only ones on either side. The ball's gonna be popped over to the other side.
Yeah, I know nobody's played every inning for the blue team, but for the red team, it looks like their strategy is to keep those 3 and then rotate the other 3 spots around. Interesting strategies going on. That's a foot race. If it makes it over, it's fair.
Oh my goodness!
Did he score or did he
He
fall?
scored. The ball was basically on the line, DB. 41 feet. Made it up.
For Mark Morris, that'll work. That's as good as a ball hit 150 feet for Mark Morris.
41 feet up the middle.
That's what we call a beat ball bunt.
Blue. Shake that off, Blue.
Man. Because
5-run lead now.
that's tough because you don't know who's, like I said, dead center, who's getting it. And then you got to both charge up at the same time, too. So, yeah, that's probably one of the tougher defensive plays you have to make and beat baseball.
8 runs in the inning now, 5-run lead, 31-26.
Here's Zach and Rambo who had a shot last time. That ball goes under his bat for strike 1.
He took a big cut. We could hear it from back here.
He wasn't trying to hit a ball 40 feet, I believe. A little high that time. Strike 2. That's a dribbler on the right side.
This should be picked
Past
up.
Sterling. Hit off Cody Jeffries. He better get there. He's not going to get there.
Cody Jeffries not being clean defensively here in this game. He's been, I won't say a liability, but there's been balls that have hit off of him that have gotten, he needs to tighten it up, backing Darius up. Or they got Johnny Marr just over there on the bench who can play that position. They've got players. My sense is he wants Cody in there for his bat.
Yeah.
And if he takes him out now, he'll lose his bat.
Yeah, that's a play you got to make, especially in this type of game. Now you got Axel Cox coming back up, who always a tough out. And after that, you got Ethan Johnson, who I believe has not been retired in this game.
6-run lead now for the red team. Their largest lead of the game was way back in the first inning when they were up 11-4.
Bases, please. Thank you.
And it's 32-26.
Fonzie gets ready, steps to the mound. That's opposite field. That's going to stay.
That's called a 5. Ooh, right down the line, but foul.
Man.
Whoa.
Stayed in the air a little bit, got up to 90, 95 feet, and then took a little detour out of bounds. So, foul ball. Come back and do it again.
They are keeping our scorekeeper busy over here, to say the least.
I would not want that job. I would not want that gig.
Yeah, she's earning it over there, boy.
Got to write small and a lot of math skills tonight. That ball's going to be shot over to Casey Cross. He gets down a little too early. Now Ricky Castaneda had a chance, went under him.
Oh, now it got by the heart of their defense.
Yeah, you got to have that one. Casey Cross got down a little early, went under Ricky Castaneda. You got to have those. That one's the one. That's a key key out there.
33-26 and a double-digit inning for the red team when they needed it the most. And you got to give Fonzie a lot of credit. This game not by any means over, with 3 outs left for Jared and the blue team to work with, but this now matches the largest lead of the game for the red team at 7.
Here comes Ethan Johnson back up. So this is critical out here because remember, Ethan's the 6th guy in the lineup.
He got an important run his last time out to help kind of jumpstart this rally. You don't want to turn the order back to Eric, and then I think they're going to put Tanner Gears back in here. Ooh.
That ball's down the line. Smoke down the
Will
line.
it stay
Justin
fair?
Howell.
It will.
It's foul. Justin Howell. Oh, he missed. Oh, I guess he touched enough of the base, I guess, there. I thought he missed the base for a second. But I guess he touched enough, and that's going to be another run for Ethan Johnston.
8-run game now. And they're going to make it a pretty steep hill now for Jared and the blue team to have to climb. Jared hasn't lost as a pitcher here at the All-Star Showcase. 3-0 coming into tonight.
And I think you're right, DB. I guess you heard something in the works because Tanner Gears has taken off the sweater, put in the batting gloves. He's in the on-deck circle.
Yep, they made the substitution over there to my left a minute ago.
Fonzie doing, like I said, the boxing jump again, getting ready. Now he has Eric Rodriguez back up to the plate.
He's batting in Zach's spot, right? 10,
Ron Jordan.
Yep.
2 spot.
That ball skies to the right side over Justin Howell.
Oh, that's a
past
run.
him. Yep, another run scored.
And they're pouring it on now, 12 in the inning and a 9-run lead as the red team tries to put this thing to bed as we are about to hit the 9 o'clock hour here in San Antonio, Texas. 35-26.
And you got Tanner coming back in the game, getting ready here. Mark Morris is on deck. So how many outs we have this inning, DB?
2 outs. They're
Two
still
outs?
looking for that
2-out rally?
final out. We've had 2 outs for quite a while now here.
So you got 2 outs. Tanner sits up to the plate. You got to be really ready if you're Cody Jeffries, because Tanner's and Terrace are hitting up the middle. You that deep middle, you got to be ready.
Yeah, Cody or Justin either, if he, as well, because he can go opposite field too with those pop-ups.
Right up the middle, right at Cody on cue.
He's got to get down though, quick.
Nope, he does not get down. That's going to go past him. That's a run scored.
They found something over there. Fonzie has found something over there on that defense. He's found a little chink in the armor there, and now it's a 10-run lead. 10-run lead for Team Red and Fonzie Madrano. A huge 5th inning this has been.
Gotta do something, Buck.
You got Mark Morris out here.
Booker has not made any adjustments at all in this inning as they just pour it on more and more.
Because here's the challenge that Booker has right now. If you're looking at Cody being your best hitter, you know they kind of found something in the middle. You have, like you said, Johnny Miles an option. Can you move him somewhere else and take someone else out? Is your only other.
Yeah, move Tyler to the middle and put.
That might not be a bad idea. Force him to try to pull the ball to left and put Tyler, maybe switch Tyler up with somebody.
That ball's going to be opposite field. That's going to be in play. Down the line, that's Mark Morris when Justin Howard had a chance.
Oh my.
But when you hit it that deep and Mark Morris is running, that's going to be a tough play.
And you see what now they're starting to hit the ball opposite field. Fonzie's now doing what Jared was doing unto them earlier.
So now you got Zach and Ramble back up here, and you still need an out.
37-26. It's an 11-run game. Remember, when this inning started, the blue team led by 3. So that's 2 touchdowns and 2 extra points here.
Yeah, you think defensively something, you got to figure out a call a timeout or something here, because right now the team's kind of under this. What do you say? I always joke about Fonzie doing the boxing one before he pitches.
Well,
But the boxer sense he has the opponent on the ropes here.
Sure.
Another shot opposite field, but foul.
going for the knockout. Now, it doesn't really make much difference because we only have the 6th inning left to play. But as the home team here, this would invoke the 12-run rule, believe it or not. They can get a run here.
Here's the bet.
Here we go with Zach up. Zach due up, trying to extend this lead as we get looking for a new beat ball here too as well.
And as it is now 9:02 local time, they are going to try to, at the conclusion of this game, I think still, try to get some of the home run derby in tonight. So stick around and we'll give you updates whenever this one ends.
Got any favorites in that kind? Who's your pick to click?
Oh, I'd have to look at the matchups again. I never like to bet against David Smith. I never like to bet against Justin Howland, but I can't take them both, so.
Well, I don't think D. Smith is in it this year.
Oh, that's right. You know what? At the last second, I think that he let somebody else have his spot. Very chivalrous of him. Well, then I'm not going to pick against Justin.
That's an opposite field shot by Zach Rambler. Justin Howland has a chance out there. He lays down, blocks it, he gets it.
Good play. Was that Howland?
Yeah, that was Justin Howland back there making the play.
And they're finally done, but not before 14 big runs score. 3 outs left for Team Blue. Let's see what Jared and the offense can do, trailing by 11.
After 5 innings complete, the score now stands Team Red 37, Team Blue 26.
37-26. Favorite Team Red is here we go to the top of the 6 here. So it's going to be interesting to see what lineup we bring up here. I see Booker at the scorer's table making some substitutions, so let's see what we got. Let's see what we got defensively here, because I said this has another big thing. And now we're in closing time hours if you're the red team.
I believe you're going to see Rich Schultz in there for Youngren. I thought that's what I had heard.
So you got a different left side because you also have Ethan is going to be on the right side. So I'll go right to left this time because that's where your changes are going to be. You got Ethan Johnston up front on the right side, Rich Schultz in the right side in the middle, Axel Cox backing him up on the right side, going to, like I said, center field pretty much is Zach Rambler, and then up front, Eric Rodriguez on the left, and behind him, deep left, is Mark Morris.
That's about the best 6 defensive setup that Nestor can put out there. So, with using, strategically making substitutions and so forth, he's now got his closers in the game there. And it looks like it will be Casey Krause, and then the top of the order with Cody Jeffries and Gerald Dykes to try to cut into this. This is an 11-run spread here. You're never out of any game with Jared on the hill.
Yeah, Ethan is short. Yep. Yeah, so now you got Casey Krause coming back up here. I said you gotta. If you're the blue team, every batter counts, and you got to lead off strong here because you're chasing 11.
And you got to get them back one at a time here, unless somebody goes yard. We haven't seen one like that yet. Arambula probably came the closest.
It's a pass ball for Casey Krause. But if there's any pitcher that you want to chase 11 with in the 6th inning, I can think of one guy, and he's on the mound. And that's a strike 1. Booker holds the glove up high. Pitch comes in. That's a shot on the right side. Ethan dives for it. Over the outstretched legs of Zach Rambler, and that's going to be a run scored.
All right, so they give one ground ball back. Now, granted, that was a worm burner. That was a hard hit grounder.
Yeah, it wound up back there almost by there's guardrails kind of in between this field and the next field. It wound up all the way back there. So that ball was a grounder, but yeah, it was hit hard.
So now it's a 10-run game. The long road back starts with that very first step. And there's the first step, so nobody out. And now you've got Jared's comfort players, Cody Jeffries and Gerald Dykes coming up.
Yep, so
Back-to-back Indy Thunder coming up here. Don't go anywhere just yet, folks.
Like I was just mentioning, if you want one guy who can bring you back from 10 in the 6th inning, you got one on the mound. So with no shortage of offensive firepower to pick from. That'll be foul tipped.
Nice cut.
Well, if they should come back and tie this, and it comes down to a walk-off, that would be right on your 75, and then I will buy you your beverage of choice, if you could do that.
I already got the bourbon waiting for me, DB. So here we go. We got Cody up. Oh, swing and a miss. So that's 2 strikes. Let's see, we take a pass ball here, which we've been doing.
I'd say that's a pretty good bet. Better than that 75 over-under.
Do I get a drink for that one? Yeah. So there's your pass ball. DB did not take me up on the bet.
No, that's a layup. That's too easy.
That's going to be right.
That's playable.
To Eric Rodriguez. Yep, that's a problem. If you're a blue team, that is a problem.
There's one out, yep, and Cody didn't get good. You know, you heard that awful sound for a hitter where it goes thunk, thunk. It hits the bat and then hits the ground and rolls out to Eric. One down, I believe that's 4, maybe 5 putouts for Eric Rodriguez in this game.
And now you got
the audience. Sorry, we had some technical difficulties there.
I think we're back in. I think we're clear. We had a little technical difficulties here, but we're back on. Thanks.
Sorry about that. It has been a long game. Hopefully you didn't miss too much. If you're just getting back on, it's a 10-run game, 1 out, bottom of the 6th. Last at bats.
We
Top of the 6th, I'm
We
sorry.
had Graham's feed. We just lost the main camera.
Okay. So, might have been some visual issues, even though the audio was good. So, if you're blind and listening to us, you don't care.
Foul tip. That's ball's going to land right in front of home plate.
So again, it's the top of the 6th, 37-27. 1 out.
1 strike. Play.
That's a shot over the head of Eric Rodriguez. Going to be in the direction of Mark Morris. He's not going to get there in time.
No, Dicus, just like Mark Morris, Dicus is fast. He's among the fastest in the sport, and so when he gets a poke like that, it's very, very difficult to make a play on it.
Unless he basically hits you in the chest, so you're probably not making a play on that one.
Blue team now chasing 9.
You got Justin Howland coming up here.
Red team 2 outs away.
Watch out, Dicus. Watch out.
As Justin Howland comes to the plate.
Justin Howland up. David Smith on deck, it looks like here.
So they've got their big lumber here, if you will, coming up.
I think this is basically, they went back to the lineup they started the game with in all sequence. As I remember correctly, I think this is exactly how they started the game, 1 through 4. Oh, that's down the left field line. That's a shot. Mark Morris is on it, but he's not going to get there.
Boy.
Oh, man.
Mark tried.
Mark almost made that play as that ball went behind the home run line, but not quite in time.
That was crushed. And that's the 29th run on the board here. 37-29. Still 2 outs left to get. And now David Smith is going to come up.
Looks like John Martin's going to be behind him in the lineup.
You bet. Now you're seeing it. And then Margis likely would stay in the bottom of the 6th if we get there.
All right, here's David Smith. That's opposite field.
In
Deep
the
as
air.
well. It almost hit Richard Schultz in the head there. That's going to be safe. He's going to be safe. That ball goes almost to the other field as well.
Never say die, and it's a 7-run game with 2 outs still left to get.
The ball was a hard hit shot down the right field line. Landed like probably about 110 feet in the air. Landed almost on top of the head of Richard Schultz. Brought all the way out to the other field almost. So.
These balls are holding up remarkably well, Jason, for as hard as they're being hit.
Yeah, so kudos. Kudos to Fonzie's done a great job pitching that, but kudos on the equipment, the bases,
Absolutely.
the balls.
The bases and the balls both, like you said. Yeah, this is fantastic, and frankly, sometimes we don't get this lucky.
Especially when you got guys of this caliber, and as hard as they're hitting the ball, putting balls into play.
It's a 7-run game, and Fonzie Medrano, speaking of him, he's standing by wondering if he is going to have to pitch again here. Because we're in the top of the 6th.
Yeah, that drink is looking pretty good now too, DB.
They're 2 outs away.
Extra drink, that extra. I'm still trying to get that pass ball bet. I'm still trying to get you to take that one too. 2-strike pass ball bet. All right, Johnny Mob for the BSO Philly Fire on Team Blue coming up here.
Another power hitter. That sounded maybe a little bit low there.
Yeah, a little bit low, a little bit outside too.
He's trying to go opposite field with him. He's pitching to the outside of his bat to try to get him to go to right.
Oh, DB.
Got it. Ball.
Good day, straight out. Right here.
Oh,
Yeah, he said straight out.
Hand, not throw.
Oh.
You meant hand, put your hand down.
Oh. I was just going to toss it to Jared if.
Oh.
Oh.
If that
He
pole
would've-
wasn't in the way, you probably made it.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a pass ball.
There's your 2-strike pass ball. Now they'll be going.
Watch out, heads up.
Oh. As D. Smith was able to retrieve that one.
Hopefully he's wearing his cup.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. Thought that was a little low, but I wasn't quite sure.
Ooh, a big strikeout there, and they're 1 out away now. As the bottom of the lineup comes up, this should be Casey Krause.
Yep, Casey Krause coming up.
37-30. Red team 1 out away from a big win in this opener of the showcase. And you can bet both teams will be making adjustments
Going forward, yeah.
I'm going to take a stab at the next game. That first one tomorrow will not be as high scoring. We'll see. I think the defense, they're going to make some adjustments when they go back and take a look at this.
Because I think now you're the defense a little more familiar with the fields too, so that kind of helps out. And because we were on pace for that 75 easily to start this game, and defense.
The fourth inning messed that up. Nobody scored a run in that inning for either side.
Casey Krause taking the pass ball. The last hope here for the blue team.
Now, if he can score, though, you've got trouble coming up with Jeffries and Dykes and Holland.
He's gonna
On
have
the
to beat out a
ground, this
dribbler.
could do it.
But I think, Eric's covering.
Ball game. Eric Rodriguez shuts the door, Jason, and it is a final. Team Red pulls off the victory in come-from-behind fashion. They started out hot, took a lead. Blue team came back, had a lead, and in the end, it's 37-30. Fonzie Medrano, Nestor Gonzalez, Team Red hands Jared Woodard and Darnell Booker their first showcase loss. That's a final.
Man, what an impressive showing here for both sides of the field. But you got to look at some key contributors here for the Red team. You look at Zach Rambla, had a pretty hot bat the whole game. Also played the whole game, I believe, too. Also, Eric Rodriguez, of course, making that final put out. We had a hard time getting him out this game. A lot of key contributors for Team Red there to lead that victory, but man.
I would agree. Ethan Johnston scored a couple of key runs, both early in the game, and then when he came back and re-entered late in the game, I would say that he gets a worthy mention. And, for the blue team, even though they came up on the short end, how about Tyler Rodriguez? How about Darius Sterling when he came in defensively? How about Ricky Castaneda for a little while? So, man, the Stars showed up tonight, and that's just the first game. We got two more coming, and we will find out now as we close out this stream whether we'll be starting a new one for the Home Run Derby and how much of that we're going to do. So stand by. I think we're going to at least get some of the Derby in.
Yeah,
I think they are. I think they're just going to postpone it all till tomorrow.
Okay, looks like we
We don't know yet.
We'll see what happens here.
Give
Looks
you
like
updates as they come in, or check on the Tappy page too as well. Look for updates on your favorite beat ball platforms. Again, the final score, 37-30. The red team wins in the showcase opener.
yeah, so it's impressive beat ball here tonight. So,
Land the plane, guys.
okay, so yeah, that game is concluded. The first game of the All-Star Showcase. Red team 37, blue team 30. That concludes our night here from San Antonio, Texas. Join us for more action this weekend with the further games of the All-Star Showcase and the Home Run Derby.